Okay, hello and welcome everybody to the stream. Tonight's stream. I am Rancid Nanners, otherwise known as Rancid. Otherwise known as Nate. And boy, has it been a week. Let me tell you all what. So for those that have been kind of following the current events of the world of Rancid, um this last Wednesday, it was Wednesday, right? Yeah, it was. Oh my god, yeah, it was Wednesday. I had my court date for getting pulled over a couple weeks ago. Since I was able to um get my license and everything, it all went by smoothly. Honestly, best case scenario, like no fine even. Like everything, they like once they called me up and they were just like, all right, so your infraction was this. Do you have a new license? And I was like, yeah, here it is. And they were like, okay, you're free to go. Uh, but the whole time leading up to that, like I don't know that's how it's gonna go. There's all these people going before me, and it's like, oh, you could get convicted for this. You could have a warrant for not complying with this, that, the other thing. Um, but I mean, I didn't have to worry about any of that because it's my first infraction. It's not like I caused an accident while I was driving without a valid license or anything like that. So everything turned out fine. And also before that, the day before that, I was stressing about the apartment inspections, like just, big anxiety over stuff. Um, but really, like, all it was is just like they just had to make sure some stuff worked when they came in. Like, we had the AC on, so obviously that's working. Checking for leaks and like mold and stuff, and then they didn't find any. The only thing was our bathroom fan's a little messed up from when I dusted out. I was like, oh yeah, was it from the computer? It was actually when I dusted out our like oscillating fan that we have like in the, I guess you could call it the hallway. I don't really have much of a hallway. There's like a tiny section off of the kitchen that like splits into the bathroom and bedroom, but whatever. Um, but like we have it over there, like the most central point of the apartment to be blowing the air around. Mostly to be blowing air because like the air conditioner is like right above me. Be like blowing air from that like into the bedroom, more or less. Circulate the air of the realm. But yeah, it was probably when I dusted that out because it was like boom. I don't know if you've ever like you took like I have like it's like an electronic like air device. I'm trying to think of like what you call it. It's basically a reverse vacuum. um I mostly got it for like cleaning dust out of the computers, but hey, turns out it works good on a fan. And if you've ever used one of those on a tower fan that like has any amount of use, like it was just blasting dust out. And like, okay, I thought like, yeah, I have the fan on, suck up all the dust, which like it did, but I think like that and then like taking a shower and then the dust got all like wet, so it's like stuck up there now. Anyway, they have to come back and fix the fan at some point, but it's just like, yeah, they're just making sure shit was working. um I don't know. It's one of those things. Like anxiety's crazy. Hello, Pyro, and now known as Entrapta. I'm so good at pronouncing things. Do you prefer it to be shortened to like Ann now? I know that is formerly known as Sheep. But welcome in, the both of you. Glad to see you here. I'm just blabbing about my heck of a week. Um, Also, amidst all of this, uh, either is fine. I think I'll probably call you Anne from now on if you don't mind. But welcome in, Anne and Pyro. Glad to see you. Glad to see you both. Hope you've been well. Um, but yeah, so going back to like the goings on, like everything turned out fine, right? We had a wild Dark Souls 1 Gravelord session. Hell yeah. Glad to see it. Glad to hear it. I mean, I want to say it's par for the course, but I don't want that to sound like I'm selling it short or anything. Any particular highlights from the Gravelording? Because, I mean, that's kind of built to be a good time. But yeah, so with all the stuff that's going on the week, like everything turned out fine. Everything ultimately was okay. But yesterday, I was just feeling like just all of the spillover of the stress of the previous days. I think like part of me was kind of like holding it back to make sure I could get things done. I mean, for the inspection, it was mostly so we could be awake, be like prepared for them to like come in. I mean, we had to like clean the apartment and everything too. But like all of that stress was just like dispersed, but it was still like within me yesterday. So it's just like stuck in this funk, you know? I don't know if that happens to anybody else like watching. But if it does, it is not unique to you because it happened to me. I guess that's the whole point of me sharing these kinds of stories of like stress and anxiety and shit. It's like if it happens to you, it's like probably normal or something, you know? There was a guy that invaded with an optimized build, and we just insta-killed him and threw tongue pies at him. Oh my god. Because they ended the first run. Near the end, a dark bead invaded. Oh yeah, like a dark bead blaster. After Anne died and tried to dark bead me. They got a good hit on me too, damn. Which would have killed me if you didn't have hacked stats. Oh. Jesus, tank 6 of their cast? That's fucked up. That's a little fricked, my dude. Standing still while in your inventory? Of course. Pulled out your Mantis Catalyst. Yeah? Oh my god. That, you know, honestly, if I was the Dark Beaterer, which, like, I wouldn't say those people exactly deserve respect, but if I was that person, I would have been, like, seething, maulding, and some other third thing. Like, insta-killed them while they were blocking? Of course he did. Jesus Christ, dude. That's fucked up. Also, I hope you don't mind me calling you dude. I use that kind of ambiguously. I don't know your gender, Pyro. But yeah, I call everyone dude. But yeah, the week has been a week. At least today, I got to make a new D&D character, which I do want to talk about a bit. But I also want to keep up with chat. Same Dark Beater invaded earlier and casted like 4 Dark Meads at me, which all missed. Oh, okay, yeah, I don't know if this person really deserves respect then. It was very fucked up, yes. Dung Pie soon followed. Yeah, okay, I think they deserve that actually. Like if you're gonna be a Dark Beater and just like hard whiff that much, like I don't know, man. I don't know what you really deserve. But so with this D&D stuff, I am maybe joining a campaign that is based in Eberron, which is like a canon D&D setting if people are like familiar with that. I think originally Eberron came from, I think the original module for it was 3.5. And they've kind of over the years, you know, made supplemental stuff just be like, remember Eberron? Like, here's stuff. Like, there was a book for it in like 5e and like some other supplemental shit. But that's really it. One time they also invaded earlier. Pulled out Dark Bead after he started eating their backstabs, tanked all of them, started chasing them while blocking like a fucking maniac. I think, Pyro, would it be fair? Oh, I was gonna say, is it fair to say that you're a bit of a maniac in general? And then I looked at your name again, and yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fucking duh, right? But yeah, so the D&D stuff right now, like they were kind of it's just with a group of my friends, right? And like a lot of us kind of play in each other's campaigns, kind of here or there, whatever. It is in the name. Yeah, I feel like a bit of a dingbat for that one, but that's okay. But yeah, so like this D&D thing, like it's with a group of my friends, and they were kind of like already starting to like get this going for some time. Like everybody already had characters, and it was kind of like brought to me by the DM of like, hey, we're doing this, and I was like, can I maybe get in on that a little bit? We have to figure out the logistics, and it's going to be bi-weekly on Fridays, so that may mean my stream schedule could be subject to change. If Fridays end up being like a night I can't stream, like as a bi-weekly thing, like as a result of being in this D&D campaign, I'll either try to stream on Thursday, like regularly, maybe Wednesday, I'm not really sure yet. Saturdays are pretty much like that is the day of the week that like I'm always going to be streaming on Saturday by 9 p.m. Central. Like I want to be consistent with that. If there's one day of the goddamn week that I'm consistent with, it is Saturday night. You telegraph your insanity. I mean, I appreciate it. It's good to just let your colors fly sometime, you know what I mean? But yeah, so this D&D campaign, I'm pretty excited about it. I'm making a Warforged, which like that's basically like I heard Eberron. I was willing to make some other kinds of characters, but really I'm just like I want to be a magic robot. And since we had a lot of casters in our party already, I'm like I'm gonna be a rogue then. So I'm basically you like freaky flags fly. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, basically I'm a killbot. Like some of the like sources of inspiration I'm pulling from, I guess a primary one is a Sicarian Ruststalker precepts. Yeah, I kind of want to. Where did I put it? I kind of want to go grab my my doohickey. What do you call it? My model, my miniature. Fuck. I'm gonna do that because I want to show the creature. I also like showing off my creatures. I mean, headphones is pulling my hair out. You love grabbing my doohickey. Hey now. Whoa, where's my guys? Are my guys. I return with my guides. Okay. All right. All right. So I got my case. Here. It's got my kill teams in it. All right. All right. All right. Let's bust it open. I'm about to bust. Where are they? Here's a little bit in the way. I think they're all in the bottom layer. I mean, like it's mostly the Sicarian, but like also just like general admech dudes. Let me zoom in the camera. Where's my camera settings? Webcam. Configure video. Camera control. Chaos control. Wow. Bow. Zooms are just funny. I don't know what it is. Zooming in is just funny. But yeah, we got this is just like a Sicarian Ranger. Just like a normal gunman. But I'm not gonna be a Gungus. I'm not gonna be a Gunga. I'm gonna be a fucking sword freak. Kind of more like one of these guys. I wanna have the funky legs. I forgot what you call it, like digitigrade? Digitigrade? The cool legs. I want to have the cool legs because I'm a robot. There's one with a hood that I want to show. That was not painted. Man, I want to play Kill Team again. My models are so cool. You? No. Where's the guy? Where's like my fucking... There they are. I guess that works. I was thinking of a different dude, but this one's good enough. So like... get my camera to focus a little more, maybe. No. But the important thing is I want the hood, and I want to be like a lanky freak robot, basically. With like fold out blades, and I'm just like designed to kill. But I don't want to be like an edgy killer. I want to be like kind of, I guess to the party at least, I want to be very nice. Like the big thing is like, okay, I'm a killbot, but I'm like a killbot to protect people, I mean, they were more made to protect like innovation secrets of the Forge people that made them. But yeah, welcome in, Flower. How are you doing? Let me unzoom my camera. I was just showing off some creatures. Oh yeah. All right. But yeah, welcome in, River. I hope you're doing well. Hope you've been having a good time, as you tend to. I feel River's always coming in here, having like the most chill, wonderful day possible. It's kind of wild. Um, yeah, I want to play Kill Team again. Looking at my models, like I'm not trying to like toot my own horn too much about how cool my models are, but like I put a lot of work into them, you know. I think we could probably bust open the Ratchet and Clank now. I think now is about the time that we all hear that sweet, sweet PS2 startup noise. All right, it's Ratchet and Clank time, everybody. But yeah, my week's been a long one. We also made some French onion soup the other day. I think it was on like Wednesday. No, it was on is that Monday? Tuesday? I don't even remember. Cause like the thing with like the apartment inspections and like my court date, because they were in the morning and like my nocturnal schedule, that's like nighttime to me. So I'm like starting to get my days kind of mixed up. Fuzzy Alien Guy and Robot Pal, welcome in, Kicks of the Six. Let me start doing some shout outs now that we're getting into the video game realm. Let me start with formerly known as Shupetto now and Trapta. Let's do a shout out. Let's do a slash shout out and Trapta. Hiya! Shouts out to Anne, a devious bit of a Souls player, and by devious I mean they bust the game wide open. In part thanks to their partner in crime and partner in slime, Pyromaniac, who I will also shout out after them. But yeah, we got the shout out queue going. Uh-oh. He's doing the blink doohickey. I tried loading the 2.0 ISO to see if it was like more stable, because I did some fixes with PCSX2, but I'm thinking maybe not. Also, just in general, like, you know, how's the weather wherever you are? How's the weather? Because it's like weirdly hot today. Like last night it was like cold, like I want to say like 40s in the Fahrenheit. Like it was pretty damn cold. Like I wanted to go for a walk and I was like, damn, I needed like another like pant layer or something. But today it was like, I woke up, it was like 77. It was like hot in the apartment. It's not like super, super hot outside, but like when the heat is like blasting inward, you know. All right, I'm gonna try loading. I cranked my speaker volume by accident there. All right, let me try loading the other ISO, because I think it is actually more stable. And then whatever happens here, it's like whatever. We'll just rock. We'll just rock with it. You're doing good. Got some ice cream blizzard. Ooh, red velvet cake blizzard, brother. That sounds good as fuck. I probably, yeah, I wouldn't have a good time eating that. Okay, I'd have a great time eating it. I'd have a bad time shortly thereafter. There's a lot of poison in that. Because I mean, generally I gotta stay away from the dairy, and you know, it's like Dairy Queen and everything. So it's kind of, yeah. It is 30C plus. Damn, you're like that Kids Next Door trader. I always think about, when I think about Celsius, I always think about number 30C, because they were just like, that's like 80 degrees or something. I think they like totally weren't even Australian the whole time. I don't remember if they were specifically trying to be Australian. I'm just thinking about kicks. Jordan has an exhibition opening on the other side of the city. Oh God. So you gotta like, do you gotta like walk in the heat, or is it at least like walk a little bit, get on like a bus that might have some AC, and then get back out in the shitty heat and like in and out of the heat basically? Doesn't sound great. But yeah, I mean 77's really not too bad. It's just like, it's not great when you're not prepared for it, right? Like when it was cold, you know, like fucking like literally like my partner yesterday at work was just like, oh man, I'm like underdressed, it's too cold. And then today it's just like, yeah, having one jacket is too hot in the warehouse, You know, which, like, there's more variable temperatures. Like, whatever temperature it is, it will be more temperature in the warehouse. You know, more or less. It'll be multiple hot, unair-conditioned trams. Oh, God. Godspeed you, Kick 6. Let's hit another shout out. I think we can shout out Pyro Maniac. They're a maniac and an accomplice to Antrapta's Dark Souls antics. I mean, they were both just talking about their grave lording adventures. So if you really want to see, like I'm telling you, it's 12 years after the release. No, 25. It's 14 years after the release of Dark Souls, and they are still making it interesting. I just fucking walked off a car. Amazing. Incredible. I got taught they could take the car again. Fuck. Why do you do this to me? Alright. I'm fine. I'm okay. But yeah, shouts out to Pyro from Team Fortress 2. My favorite class from Team Fortress 2. Hell yeah. I'm a bit, like, red elemental aligned myself. I like lightning a little more than fire, but, like, I still feel like that red mana in me is, like, that's important to, like, my personal drive, at least. You know? Like, I want to operate, like, if we're talking on, like, Magic terms, like, I want to operate bluely. Like, I like to scheme. I like to plan. I like learning a lot. But when it actually comes to, like, action and trying to get shit done, like, I really need that, like, red impulsive energy to just let me do things. Because, like, when I'm too caught up in the blue, like, all I do is scheme and I don't do anything. You know? All I do is consider and I don't actually, like, try shit. But yeah, like, you know, oh my god, it's hot already. I think part of it's because my hair is down. I need to, like, I think I might have to just put my hair up, actually. Where is... Yeah, here, guys, here. Yeah, it's hot in here. What the fuck? I could turn on my, my air conditioner, but as I mentioned, it's, like, right above me, and I think that would be kind of blasting right into the microphone. I took my hair out of the braid because I wanted it to be all, like, nice for the stream. But alas, it is... I mean, there's so much of it. It, like, legitimately insulates my neck, like, a lot. Okay, that honestly feels better already. Let my neck breathe. Okay. Now it looks like I have no hair. Isn't that fucked up? If somebody comes in, they're like, what happened? I'll be like, don't worry. Don't worry, it's all here still. Alright, let's do fucking video games. I want to do killing. Hair scarf? I literally do that. Like, straight up, like, when I was walking the other day, I just wrapped my hair around my neck because I forgot a scarf. I mean, it probably doesn't get cold enough for that, for you, Kicks, but I gotta imagine that you've tried it at some point. Yo, and Pyro River? Yeah, no problem. You got him. Hover Bomb Gun. Kablamzo. Maybe I should save that? I don't know for what. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's the Sheepinator. I probably shouldn't use that. I should use a Gun of Killing. I don't remember if, when you level up a weapon, if it, what you call it? If it, like, reloads it or not. Because if it does, then, oh, you know what? With my shield, I could actually use the spider bots in here. I need to be careful, because, like, my shield could go down, and then I could get hit. Yeah, that was definitely risky. The dude was coming at me. These big freaking boyos. I think we could probably clear the impossible challenge now. Like, we have more weapons. We have the improved armor. We've only got more health. Like, we got this. But Oh yeah, something else I wanted to mention. I guess in regards to streaming, with the music streaming, because I didn't do it today, and I've done it on Fridays in previous. Part of that was just because like doing the like D&D stuff, even though it was just like over Discord today, I knew like I wasn't really gonna have time if I started early. Like if I was super prepared and I like could have just gone like straight from like talking to my friends on D&D like right to streaming. Technically it lined up that way, but I also needed to like eat food and, you know, people body stuff. Ow, fuck. I'm getting blade balled. But yeah, so guitar stream, I might do one tomorrow, maybe. It really depends. It depends on like how, I guess, like the rest of today goes. But I want to like practice guitar more. I think like next guitar stream I might be a little more experimental with like how I actually capture audio, I suppose. I might just say fuck it and try the webcam mic, just because it picks up ambient noise more. The quality is definitely worse than my condenser mic. But the thing is with the condenser mic, even when I turn like a bunch of filters off, it's supposed to pick up audio that's right next to it and explicitly not pick up audio that isn't next to it. So that's why like I have to like move speakers to be like directly to it, and all that stuff. But I don't know. I don't know if I'll do that tomorrow. Also, like, again, if it's, like, hot again, then, yeah, probably not. Because then I'll get real sweaty real fast. And then I won't even get to play guitar that much. More guitar stream. Maybe. I don't know. You definitely make me want to do it more, Kicks. I will be honest. And, like, I don't want to be trying to, like, impress... Not even impressed, but like, you know, make a show for any particular person. But I have said before that like, when I see you do the guitar, I'm just like, I want to jam. Me too. Me jam. I jam. It's like we're jamming together, but just delayed in time. You know, I hope like maybe some other like people I kind of like already know give it a try as well sometimes, because like I know like Worst RNG plays guitar. I don't know like how much he has lately, but like I know he is capable of playing that instrument. And so like seeing him do it sometime. I know Razor's been like trying to do more like learning guitar. Razor Gem has on stream. Let me check. Okay, I think Kix is the next subject of a shout out. I will shout out one Kix6. Now, since we're talking about the guitar streams, Kix has been making creatures and making music, and maybe playing Super Hot and dealing with stick drift on their PS5 controller. Oh, you just meant in general. Yeah, yeah. Okay. But yeah, I definitely want to do more guitar streams in general. Yeah, I guess it's kind of depending on a few factors. Because I feel like most of the days where I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to do it, I feel they kind of made for, like, a good guitar stream were the ones where I was just like, I'm doing guitar today. Where, like, I didn't really plan for it, which is kind of funny given what I previously had stated. Like, I like to make plans and all that. But at the same time, allowing myself to be more impulsive allows me to, like, get shit done. I feel like I've had the most fun when I felt like yeah, I'm just gonna do it. Where like I think it was like the last one I'd planned to, and I was like excited to do it, but then just like stuff going on, like nothing happened really even. Just somebody like coming home in my apartment complex was like really loud and angry, and it just like set off my anxiety really bad. And that just kind of like tainted it. And like if it wasn't like a plan to do the guitar stream that I would have felt like forced to. You know what I mean? But that's fine. Like, I definitely want to do more, but I got to be prepared. I might experiment with it more, like, not live. But we'll see. That's just kind of like, I'm kind of like thinking out loud a little bit. By the way, you just got plant for mind control delete. Oh, you got plat. I thought you said you got plant. I'm like, you doing like a puff to win at super hot? Like what? Oh, I'm drifting, baby. But congratulations on your platinum achievements, kick 6. That's actually pretty fucking awesome. I really need to play super hot. I really ought to, because I like stylishly comboing on fools. Like, I love throwing weapons, honestly. I just want to, like, throw shotguns at people. Like, it being kind of like a first-person Hotline Miami in that regard, of just, like, just chaining kills, man, and doing stylish killing. I'm super down to play it. I just never got it. I never got around to getting it, you know? And I actually managed just to use my fucking spider gun. Let's get those off the bar. And it's explosive gun? Yeah. Yeah. We just gotta, like, cycle through all of our weapons. I think I want to also save the rest of my synthoids and the turrets for the megapede. Yeah, we gotta, like, plan ahead, because that's, like, that actually was, like, a problem when we, like, didn't have the weapons to actually deal with the boss. Yeah, okay. Yeah, multi-star. Why not? We just got ball. You should. It's so fun and immersive. I like some immersive combo killing attacks, I will say. Maybe if it, like, goes on sale or something. I have absolutely no money right now, so, like, I can't. Even if it was like $10, I can't get it, you know. But I mean, it should be on my Steam wish list. It'd be kind of fucked up if it wasn't, but that's okay. But also for this D&D campaign, because, like, the DM was asking, like, oh yeah, like, kind of like as like a payment for them, because they'd be picking me up and driving me to where we would be playing, assuming we're gonna be playing in person, which seems to be the plan. That's what everybody wants. Which, like, it's not super convenient because of where I live, but if they're willing to make it work, like, I'm not gonna refute that. It's just kind of a scheduling thing. But anyway, they're just like, yeah, I just want you to, like, bring your miniatures. I'm like, I would have insisted to bring miniatures for it, so, like, don't you worry. And there's, like, also that the same person, like, lent me a bunch of their old miniatures for, like, when I first started DMing, and I have since considerably grown a collection of Dungeons and Dragons miniatures, I will say, or, like, converted old, like, Warhammer stuff into D&D minis, whatever it is. One way or another, I got the creatures, and I was just like, yeah, I would have insisted. So if that's, like, payment, like, that's free as hell. But I'm excited to play this murder robot. I need to kind of, like, think a little more about, like, how exactly their personality is. Because I gave them, like, perception. I gave them proficiency in intimidation. Like, I want to like scare people and, like, threaten their lives. I took a feat because we're starting at 5th level, so we got some points. We're starting with some points in our guys. But there's a feat. We're playing with the new 5e rules. And there's, like, one for, like, slasher, for, like, oh, you deal a lot of slashing damage, here's, like, bonus stuff. But one I saw was for piercer, because I was planning on just, like, oh yeah, short sword, you know, that's just, like, one of the better dex weapons to stab people with as a rogue. And, like, yeah, for range, let's have, like, a cool, like, fold out, like, crossbow in my robot as well, right? So, like, I decided that. I'm like, oh, there's this piercer feat. And, like, it had shit in there that like you can like re-roll damage dice on crits, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna be an assassin, and that's just like giving yourself free advantage on attack rolls. And like, I don't remember if they still have like forced crits on assassin. I'd have to look again, but one way or another, like, I want to be getting crits, and I got a lot of dice to re-roll. So, like, to me, even though it's only re-rolling one die, it's like, okay, if I'm rolling, like, a fuck ton of d6s, like, one of my dice is gonna be a 1, probably, right? Or, like, a 2. And that's worth re-rolling. So, I think it'll be pretty good. And I wasn't even necessarily trying to make, like, a powerful character. Like, I just want to make a cool robot. We didn't have a rogue. Like, we have a monk already. And like rogue and monk kind of exist in like the same place of like, you know, you could be like a dodge tank kind of, a dexterity martial class, right? Like that's the whole point of them. And like we already had a fighter. We have I think a war cleric. I think they are to the war. Some sort of cleric, and like a wizard. So I figured like we don't really need more magic. Especially like, okay, in Eberron, like magic is very, very common. So like everybody got a little bit of magic. Like we don't need a sorcerer basically. Like I could have made a warlock work, but I'm also not familiar enough with like elder gods, like old gods, outer gods, hell stuff of Eberron. So like I would have had to do like a lot of extra research, which I had to do that for being a Warforged as well, but like I wouldn't have even known where to start. Or at least like a Warforged, because like I've known about them for a long time, it's one of the main draws to the setting for me. Like I kind of already knew I was getting to. I just needed to learn like specifically like who makes Warforged and where they come from and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, and like I just want to be a robot, honestly. I think being a robot is cool in any kind of tabletop setting. I like robot a whole lot. And like Sicarians are basically like 90% robot cyborgs, and I get to just like take that aesthetic and be like, nah, full on robot, brother. The only thing is like I want to be faster, and I thought about taking I think the name of the feat is just speedy in 5.5 as I call it. It's D&D 5th edition 2024 for people counting, but you know, it's 5.5. Robot is a pretty cool guy. So the thing about like Warforged names is they're very often just kind of like named after nouns. And like I thought about naming myself like Knives. I was like, should I name myself Blade or Blades? But because of Blade Master, like, oh, there's basically already a Warforged that's like a named character named Blade, or so no, actually, don't even try it. But I ended up going with Dagger, which is funny. Like I kind of wanted to avoid it because of Dagger from Final Fantasy IX, and I'm like, I'm going for a very different thing. But because like there's I think it's the Dagger River for like where like my home realm. I almost said home plane. It's just a different country in the world from where we're starting. But like where my dude was built is like right next to the Dagger River, and it's like a big river that's kind of shaped like a dagger. So you know, and like there's the city of daggers within it. Hello, McFrenzy, the McFrenzy. How are you doing, my dude, my guy, my pal? How have you been? How was your sleep last night? Because you were up at some rancid hours of the night last night, McFrenzy. I hope you're able to sleep well. I hope you're feeling all right. But yeah, how are you doing? But oh yeah, I was talking about the D&D shit though. I was talking about robot. Cause yeah, so like Warforged, they have souls. They are like a magical construct. But they don't necessarily like it have to be like a magic user, so to speak. And I was like wondering like, oh yeah, do they have any kind of like programming? But because they have like souls, like the whole thing with Warforged is like they do have like free will. So it's not like I was programmed to be an assassin. I was trained like a person. I just happened to be built in a fucking factory somewhere, you know? You played a Warforged Cleric of the Forge for 2 sessions until the campaign died. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. I was talking about one of my friends is getting an Eberron campaign off the ground, and I'm making a Warforged Assassin because I love killing guys. And like I made jokes about like, yeah, I want to make Killbot, and then like I kind of like figured out like what my character is, and one of the players in the group was just like, yeah, so you're making Killbot. I was like, yeah, that is literally the mission statement. I will kill for the party. That is what I'm here to do. I am a killer. Beep boop. Like I think that also is like part of like being a robot character like in a game, because I tend to be very like role focused, especially when it comes to combat. So it's just like, no, I'm literally here to kill shit, or like I am here to cast spells, like whatever it is, you know. Remember Scud the disposable assassin? Is Scud like a big meme? Cause I remember like being wasn't being pro Scud and anti Scud like an old like TG meme also? Or am I thinking of something else? Also, welcome in Zacinator. How you doing? Glad to see you in the chat, my home slice. Let me know if you've got any creatures recently. I think you mentioned you had some on the way last week. Last time you were able to catch me streaming. You're doing fine? Well, that's fine. Ain't that just fine? I'll use... Oh, it's a Plasma Storm. Wow. It was a comic, then a video game about a robot assassin purchased from a vending machine. Oh, okay. I do not remember Scud the Disposable Assassin, but I wish I did. Let me also give you a shout out, McFrenzy. Shout out to _McFrenzy, a cool dude and a player of great video games. Last I'd seen McFrenzy, he's been doing the Soul Level 1 Dark Souls playthrough, which because my Thursday and Wednesday of this week were so fucked up, I definitely did not catch any of your streams if you did stream McFrenzy. But if you didn't, I know you will eventually. Oh shit, ouch. Still walled at Manus. I see. I mean, Manus is tricky on like a build, so I feel like that's probably going to be a pretty rough one. Also, I assume he is somewhat resistant to magic, or not magic, fire. Also magic. I think he's very resistant to magic damage. But if that fucker resists fire, then like, yeah, you're gonna have a rough time. Oh, we're on the last. I didn't even fucking realize. Holy shit. Okay. I used all my blades. I used all my rifle. Dude, yeah, we were creaming this. I'd have been like blabbering the whole time too. And gun. Right? Or wait. Yeah, okay. I think that's good. All right. Killinoids. And let's try to hit with the Plasma Storm if we can. Because that should like kill him real good, because it zaps all of his like sections independently, so they can at least like get a bunch of damage like on them, because you have to like damage the sections and then they pop off, and then you got to destroy them when they're like on the zone. I think we're probably gonna ace this, unless I like horrendously fuck up here. It's looking pretty good. All right. I think that was a hit. All right. Yeah, frame rate. I think the frame rate would be tanking on the actual console with all this shit right now. That's okay. That just means I'm killing real hard. That just means I'm blasting. Oh, speaking of blasting, I didn't even fucking pull out my blitz gun. Hello? You could probably, I don't think I'm gonna get to use the Sheepinator here, so let's get the blitz gun out. Let's see if we can get some action. Not yet. Sesh was saying he had an easier time with Calamite. Oh, okay. Easier time with Calamite, hoping for the same. Yeah, I mean, Calamite, honestly, like, He's not like a super easy boss, but I feel Calameet's pretty goddamn fair, all things considered. At least last time I fought him, like I said, yeah, like I had to try. He does a lot of damage, but like he doesn't do anything that's like fucked up and like hard to dodge or anything like that. Like I would say Artorias is probably a harder boss than Calameet, honestly, just because like Artorias has more that's like Artorias straight up has mix-ups, right? So it's a little bit harder, or it's at least, you know, you do, I guess like also going into the DLC, the start of DLC, you may not be as like built, or like after a few bosses that you got to do to like get to Calameet, like you might have gotten a little ripped in the meantime. So I think that might be part of it too. Like last time I fought Calameet, I had like a Baldur's Side Sword with Dark Moonblade, so maybe that's why it wasn't that hard. maybe actually it was because my build was like on gamer shit. Like it wasn't like busted, but it was definitely like a real like legitimate Dex Faith build. Come on. Let me shoot Bugman. Let me shoot Depede. It's at least getting zapped. Like all of its parts are probably gonna like pop off at the very end. Got it though. The shield is also like really coming in clutch because all these bombs are just blowing up on it, and that was what was getting me killed before when I didn't have like all optimal weapons to kill this thing. Yeah, it's almost dead. Okay. Yeah, blow apart. We love to see it. Killanoid, come on out and play. Oh, mini nuke. Yeah. Yeah, we did it. Oh, we got a skill point and 200,000 bolts. We did it. We beat the impossible challenge. Holy shit. You DM'd me interesting things. Interesting thing. That sounds so ominous. Yeah, let me see what, tomorrow morning. Okay. It's got a message from someone else. Yeah, let me see what cool things he got. Oh, Sylvan! Welcome in, Sylvan Hikari. How are you doing? Let me give you a shout out. We just beat the impossible challenge in Ratchet and Clank, which is just an arena challenge with a lot of fucking rounds, but hey. Sylvan Hikari, Sylv the Van Hikari himself. Wait a minute. I just have the DM'd me interesting things in the mail soon on Twitter. Is it the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff? Because I thought you showed me this already. Or is it just not loading new messages right now like a dingbat? Yeah, no, this is old. What the hell? Twitter. Cannot retrieve messages at this time. Please try again later. I guess I can't check Twitter right now. I'm sorry. It might not be loading. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on with Twitter right now. I'm sorry. I'll definitely check them out, like, next break or something. I'll try again. And like, yeah, we got ads in 8 entire minutes, so like in a little while I'll take a look. Maybe it'll be working then. But yeah, we did it, and it only 60,000 for doing it again. Wow. I think we can afford the next armor, maybe. Also, I don't remember if we got all the moonstones. I think we did. We also still have to go back there anyway to get Angela, which I like went there and I'm just like, oh yeah, moon crystals, and I just fucking bounce. Damn. Maybe close and reopen it. I mean, it wasn't open to begin with. That was the funky part. But I mean, yeah, close it now. Okay. Okay. We're doing it. Right, twitter.application. Okay, it's showing notifications. All right, there we go. Yeah, I guess it was just bugging out because I was trying to open it from the notification. You're getting some turts, and you're getting a Sonic Lego set, dude. Hell yeah. Turts. Metal. Metal Turt? Is this a metal figure? What? Or is that just the brand? Yeah, we got Turt. That looks like a quality Turt figure, though, I gotta say. I love calling turtles turts, I'm sorry. And they got this fucking crazy Sonic crab. Yeah, I don't remember Crab from Sonic, but check him out. Gotta go fast. Sonic Lego set? Yeah, Zach in here is getting the fucking cool shit in the mail. What's the next challenge in Ratchet & Clank? I mean, generally, definitely gonna be doing a little more story progression. Because the big thing was I wanted to do that before... God damn it. I wanted to do the impossible challenge before beating the game, because we're pretty goddamn far. Did I fill up all my ammo? I did. I did, okay. Just want to make sure. You always want to make sure. Bad Nick. Is that from the Brickheads figures? The regular Bad Nick from Green Hill Zone. Oh! Man, it's been a while since I played some goddamn... Especially Sonic 1. Because, like, I was always, like, Sonic 2, you know, growing up. But also, like, the Genesis wasn't really, like, my console. That was my dad's console. And he got kid-friendly games for, like, my sister and myself. And then the PlayStation was, like, all of us. It was, like, kind of for all of us. And then the PS2 was, like, okay, my dad's just playing PC games now. And, like, PlayStation 2 and onward. And, like, the Nintendos were always for, like, us. Because my dad wasn't into, like, kid games. Or whatever. The regular Bad Nick. Oh, yeah, regular Bad Nick. It is not Brickheads. It's like a 1.5 inch tall Mega Bloks Ninja Turtle. Oh, and the shell is made of metal. Interesting. Huh. So it's there. Yeah, it would be like this big. It'd be the size of my head on camera. That's pretty cool, though. I think that's like a good size for like a posable like minifigure like that. I like that. Oh yeah, dude. I'm glad you're getting some cool doodads and trinkets and such. Oh man, not the fucking Yetis again. Get out of here. Oh, Jesus. Right, the Yetis are fucking cracked. Also, I gotta switch my quick select back to things that need to be upgraded. I guess that's fine. You know what, we'll get our normal blaster on there. Yeah. Hover bomb gun. Okay, yeah, we got all the moonstones. Oops. What the fuck? Brother? Yeah. Got him. Alright, give me the bolts. Give me your money, please. Also, the Lego set is interesting because the way you're getting it is ordering off eBay. It's actually cheaper than getting it from Lego because of the Lego Insider exclusive, 2,000 points. If you want to get that many points, you need to spend like $300. God damn. Also, I don't remember if I've done this. I feel like I did. And this is not where I have to go to save Angela. But that's fine. $300 at the Lego store or on the website. Oh yeah, you're getting, okay, yeah. Yeah, there was something like that. There was like they made a brick Tahu, one of the original Bionicles, Toa Tahu, the red guy. They made a set like that. I remember like the Bionicle community was like going ape shit. So they're like, oh, I have to spend all this money to get the guy or rear and all this shit, which like, yeah, you know, it kind of sucked, but at least like resellers were reselling at like, yeah, like $35 for like a kind of small exclusive Lego set really isn't that bad. Like, I feel Legos are so fucking expensive nowadays. Like, they've never really been cheap, but they are just so expensive, and like all the license stuff too, that just kind of inflates it even more. Okay, let's look at our missions. Oh, it's just okay. Still cannot wait until October for the Lego Game Boy. Ooh, that's cool. Is it like what how are they doing it? What's 1,000,000 bolts for the... Oh, fuck. All right. I need the big money for anything now. But yeah, how are they doing that? Does it have like pressable buttons and stuff? I gotta imagine it's like a bit of a construct, you know. Oh yeah, I gotta use the freakerizer in here or whatever it's called. What is it? The Hypnomatic. Wow, 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 wow.
This receiver bot has a blaster attack. Press circle to shoot enemies. To exit the robot, press triangle.
This robot. Ow. Gun. Face my gun. Ow. Oh, they just keep making dudes. Wow, wow. Yo, I'm Gunbot. It's a set that you build, and it looks like a Game Boy. We do not know what it looks like yet, but if I had to guess, it's going to be like the original Game Boy, Big Gray Brick. Yeah, of course. But I was wondering, like, yeah, like with like, what's the name for it? There's like a term for like Lego sets that have like interactive features. Because like it was a big thing about like Bionicle that they like all were supposed to have that originally. Play features, I think it's just called. But yeah, like it basically like pressable buttons would be like the play feature, and then I guess if there's like a cartridge. Oh, ads are coming up in 15 seconds. I think we will roll through these ads, and then the next one I'll take like a proper break. So just a heads up, everybody. Yeah. Yeah? Okay. You know what Big Gray Brick rhymes with? Big Ray Trick? Like a Metal Gear Ray, like swimming, it's their Big Ray Trick? Right? Like a big ray trick? Is that what he's talking about, Kicks? What else would rhyme with Big Gray Brick? How about Rig Pay Stick? Like a rig pay stick? That's like your pay stub if you're like a trucker? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, that's it? Okay. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Okay. Oh no, is this robot destroyed? Yes. The water level's rising. It's like that fucking Lobot song, dude. Remember? Jesus. Remember Hurricane Katrina, guys? Pretty fucked up, right? Well, yeah, you know, I just realized some people in chat might actually be young enough that they wouldn't remember Hurricane Katrina. I guess also if you're not from the States, you may not, it may not have been as relevant to you, but hey. It was, you know, it was pretty bad. A lot of people lost their homes. Anyway. Where am I going? What's happening? Who am I affecting? Proto-pets? Oh, get turned to sheep, brother. Wah, 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 wah. Oh, Jesus. They're procreating at an alarming rate. And the sheepinator has been upgraded to the black sheepinator. Interesting. Oh, yeah, the sheep explode now. Well, that's great. Love that. No, stop. No, quit it. Now cut it out. Please become sheep. It also turns them way faster. If there's still one. No! Don't make any guys. Okay, they're just sheeping. Yahoo! Yahoo indeed. Thank you, Zacinator. Oh, is this the oh. Wow. Let's get some raritanium. Jesus Christ. Do I have gun? No. Okay, square is drill. No, square is drill. There's not weaponry on this. No, let me suck. Let me suck rock. Okay, yeah, this is not. Jesus Christ. There's so many Yetis, dude. Oh my lord. No, get out. Get out of the vehicle. Get out of the vehicle. I guess shield's fine. Wait, where are they going? Where are you going? Oh my god. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Alright, where are we going? Where's a raritanium? Where's a rear? Oh, there's like a lot. I don't know if I'm gonna grab it all. Ow. Oh my fucking lord. Like, I want to have, like, the Rhino, or, like, this game's equivalent to the Rhino. Forgot what it's called. Is it here? Here? Oh, it's up the thingy. I gotta go up the thingy. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I remember having a Mega Bloks Leonardo years ago, so it'll be nice to have it again. Oh yeah, make sure it doesn't get broken or lost, of course. Yeah, I wish for the best of luck with your Turt figurine. Hurricane Katrina was probably the most famous modern climate catastrophe in North America. Yeah, but I wonder if, I wonder, like, how much that did kind of, like, permeate, like, beyond, like, American culture. I guess if it was, like, that big of a thing, I mean, you're saying it yourself, Sylvan, being from Brazil and everything. Dude, this thing's getting crunched. I'm getting crunched over here. Dude, they're busting my ride. What the frick? It's fucked up. They straight up busted my ride. Talk about busting the whip, right? Talk about blasting rope, right? Oh yeah, something else this week. I finally saw Eraserhead for the first time. That was definitely on Wednesday. Yes. Yeah, because, okay, it was the inspection, and then Eraserhead, and then Thursday morning was the court date. That's how it went down. God, yeah, what a packed week. At least there was, like, some cool shit, you know, kind of in the midst of it all. But, like, yeah, definitely very exhausting. Definitely a whole lot of stuff going on. And, like, there was, like, the regular, like, D&D on Monday. I'm trying to remember. Did I run it? Was it Curse of Strahd? I don't even remember, dude. No, yeah, it was my session. Yeah, we had the, we are in, like, okay, so, like, the most asphodel of asphodel, basically. So, like, if you're familiar with Greek myth, asphodel is a part of the underworld that's, like, the fields of flowers and shit. It's kind of like where most, like, boring people, or people that died in a boring way, end up in the afterlife. And, so, like, I've had, like, what I call the pseudopoli, which are, like, all the polises of the living world. Bless you. Get blessed, kid. Damn. Got my ass. But also thank you. That was a big sneeze. But Asphodel exists as a place on the surface in Theros as a reference to Asphodel of the underworld, and then they developed more of Theros' underworld later. So the ward that reflects Asphodel is Phylius, and I have a place that is Asphos, that is the reflection of Asphodel in Asphodel, basically. So it really just, like, what I was trying to do with that place is, like, really just kind of dial in, like, all of, like, the elements of, like, a facsimile of life, in death, you know, because that's how a lot of, like, spirits kind of exist in the afterlife. It's just kind of, like, going through the doldrums of, like, what their life used to be, how they think they're, like, supposed to live now that they are dead. But most notably, I'm just like, okay, because there's, like, some younger dead people here. And I was just like, what's a Greek school like? What was, like, ancient Greek school? And I did some research on Agogis, and they were not good. Greek school was basically like, yeah, if you want to be a, oh fuck, what were they? The Spartans. It was like a Spartan thing, the Agogis. And it was basically like school to be a soldier. It was military school. And, like, of course, like, only young boys really got to participate and such. So, yeah, playing off of, like, that. And, like, the underworld versions of that. So it's, like, there's a lot of stuff that I need to imply. And I'm kind of glad that, like, we left that for later. Because, like, half the players, when we did play, were, like, kind of not in, like, the greatest place mentally, so I'm like, I'm gonna leave some of the rougher stuff for next time, maybe. But like generally there's like a lot of like social conditioning based around like abuse and shit. But you know, it's ancient Greece, so like the idea of like abusers wasn't exactly like, you know, within like the social consciousness, as it were. Also, wait. Oh my god, I got sidetracked because the thing opened up to the thingy, to the hover car thing, and I veered off the main progress path. I need to get back to that. It's a good thing I got these hover boots. I mean, it messes up the US economy, which is one of the biggest Brazil trade partners. Plus, it was closer to Brazil than some South American catastrophes. Oh yeah, that's true, because yeah, like all the way down in Louisiana and shit. Yeah, you know what? Good point, Sylvan. I'm glad you shared that with me, because I was curious. Like, I do wonder, like, how, like, catastrophes and stuff that are, like, really relegated to, like, a certain place geographically, like, how that does affect other places. And also, I'm bad at maps, so I forget, like, how close certain things actually are geographically. And, like, the way the states are really doesn't help, because everything is, like, so, like, spread out and shit. Like the U.S. is simultaneously like enormous and kind of not actually that big. It's a strange place to be. You know, I had some kind of train of thought, I think, and then I forgot because I read chat. Probably something stupid. Wait a minute. They're like thingy here? No, okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Oh yeah, I was like still kind of like talking about stuff of the week. I kind of touched on watching Eraserhead. That was cool. Like, I know it's funny, like the movie, like it's generally regarded to be like some sort of a, if not a horror movie, like horror adjacent, it's still like a psychological experience, you know. In like a surreal film, of course. Oh, cutscene.
Hey, nice digs.
Oh yeah, this is like her hideout and shit.
Little remnant from my previous life.
You were reincarnated?
Oh, no. My Megacorp days. They've got a very generous bonus package.
Right. So now that you've got your ID badge, how do we take out the protopet?
Watch this.
Okay.
Mommy, where do protopets come from?
Why, they come from Megacorp, dear.
What
That's
the?
right, Mrs. Robot. All of the protopets
Mrs.
in
Robot.
the galaxy
This
come
robot.
from right here in our factory. Your
Wow.
little friend is lovingly extracted from the original protopet. Each protopet is given a name and birth certificate.
Oh, they
that
love
is
it.
Unique.
Look at that smile.
Our training system helps mold your pet into a wonderful friend that you'll cherish forever. So the next time your child asks,
Mommy, where do protopets come from?
you can answer with confidence.
Wow.
They come from Megacorp.
Megacorp. What the?
That factory is using the original protopet to produce all the others.
Exactly. If
So we
we
gotta
take
kill
out
it
the original
with our
prototype,
guns.
that'll shut 'em down permanently.
Wow.
20% off a complete service at Groovy Lube?
Oops. Wrong one. This will deactivate the door to the.
But how are those cards even similar, dude? The fucking ID badge would be way thicker. Hey, some kind of dingus? Geography.
It's
Geography.
a good chance at least one of us will get through.
Good thinking. Just be careful.
Oh no, she's dead.
Right.
Okay. Geography trivia. Mainland Brazil is about 25% bigger than the mainland US. But if you add Alaska, oh yeah, Alaska's fucking huge. Add Alaska to the equation. The card shift about now in the US is about 25 larger than Brazil in territory. That's Alaska's fucking massive, dude. That's crazy. Also, yeah, Angela's right fucking there. We just walked past her. I bet that drill is like hers. We just busted her car. That's kind of fucked. Oh well. Let's go to Megacorp, which I think is actually the last planet. Damn, I want all the guns. We don't even have all the guns yet. Need money. Need fucking money. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go for all of the skill points. I think that would probably, because there's a few that are like very tedious. The like destroy all of the destructibles in a level ones. Like I don't know if we really need to do that, right? Okay. Break into Megacorp headquarters. Oh, I have 2 bolts. I should spend those. Where was Slim Cognito? They're in the city, right? Which city? The Megapolis one, right? Think so? I believe Slim Cognito is in... Yeah. I want to upgrade a weapon before we go to the... What I think it's the last planet. I mean, we're going to kill the original, the proto pet. So, I think we're gonna beat the game, guys. Which begs the question, because I don't want to roll... Oh, I can just fuck around New Game Plus. That's fine. If we, like, beat the game and there's still a lot of stream left to stream, we can just fuck around New Game Plus. And I guess, like, New Game Plus also, if I really want to, like, go for skill points, because all that, I believe, carries over. Also, I thought that by now, unless it's, like, a New Game Plus upgrade or something, or the next armor has it. But I would have thought that I have like the bolt magnet thing by now, where like I get the big suck. I get the big bolt suck. I think this teleporter... No? Yes? Yes, there it is. Activate vendor. Okay. Oh, we have a few upgrades. We have 2 platinum bolts. So hover bomb gun can get the poison. Mini rocket tube can get lock on. Acid mod. Oh yeah, it's acid, not poison. Lock on mod for meteor gun. I mean, that would make the meteor gun a lot more useful. Acid mod for the plasma storm? What the? I'm gonna say lock on mod for the rocket tube, because that's also one that like we haven't leveled up yet. Prototype creature. Oh man, I'm like busting my brain right now. What the hell? We could also look for... We could look for bolts. Yeah, because we have the thingy. We got the thingy now. So we can just like look at a map and see that there's green. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, that's certainly something to do. Okay, so map. It would be... I mean, over here somewhere. It's definitely this way, generally speaking. I'll just turn that on, whatever. I don't give a crap about these guys. And these guys. Okay. For a second, it looked like it didn't hit them. I was just like, brother. It was right next to him. I don't know if I gotta do... Yeah, okay. Puzzle is still solved. That's nice. Okay. Map. Yeah, I think it like goes around that way. I thought... Now hang on a second. If it's still like one of the like crate puzzle like sections, I thought that I got that one already. No. I always want to press circle to exit out of the menu. And that plays a dang cutscene. What is this friggin' Metal Gear Salad or something? Come on. Man, I really don't have many weapons left to upgrade. I just gotta throw spiders. Oh man, did you see that maneuver? No, that was a maneuver. Hi. Yeah. Alright. Alright. Fuck. Okay. And then is it in here? Oh, right, because I need the different gadget. I need the trespasser. Okay. Okay. Or I think it's a trespasser. I always get that mixed up. Trespasser, infiltrator. I think it's the trespasser. No, it's the infiltrator. Darn it. I got them mixed up. This is a ball one. Oh, this is a big ball. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Ooh, okay, that's tricky. They're releasing Tony Hawk remakes, remasters 3 and 4. Don't care much for 3, but you love 4. I like 3 a lot, but 4 is definitely like if we're talking like the proper versions of the games, because 4 is basically 3 again on the PS1, but 4 on the PS2 was kind of like a stepping stone to Underground. Kid you not, there's a stage that appears in your dreams almost every week. That's awesome, dude. 3 was like the first Tony Hawk game I think I actually owned. So I have a soft spot for that one. It's like I played Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 at like a bunch of my friends had it. Like on the N64 or the PS1. 3 had a fantastic soundtrack though. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I maybe didn't quite appreciate it as much as I could or should have. No! Oh, we were so close. Okay. No. Come on, no! Ah. So close. No. Oh, I already fucked it up now. Because you gotta go fast if you make a mistake. I mean, also, as far as like a Tony Hawk's soundtrack is concerned, like, by my metric, like all of them kind of like by default have good soundtracks. Like, I've said many a time before in many a place, but Tony Hawk's Pro Skater soundtrack is basically like my music taste in a nutshell. Over the years, it's certainly expanded a bit, but like it covers a lot of ground. Gotta go fast, you say? Yeah, McFrenzy. I gotta play fast ball. Oh my god. Okay. Nope. No! Damn it! Keep fucking up in the same spot, it feels like. No. No, down. It's down. Okay. Keep going up on that one. Sometimes it's an accident. Okay. No! Okay. No. Yes! Okay. Ooh, that was a close one. Keep that ball moving. That's not a bolt. It's not a bolt at all. I guess there's one right here, so like to have 2 platinum bolts that are right next to each other, that's fine. I think that's all the secrets on this planet, because we got the other platinum bolts already. Yeah. Okay. Can I? Okay, no. I thought maybe I could like return to the ship from fucking anywhere basically, but nah. Also, yeah, Sylvan, something I heard about with the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 soundtrack remakes is they do not have career mode, which, like, we're talking about like 4 and it's like innovation. 4 is like a stepping stone to Underground. Like, what even is the point of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 if there's no career mode, right? Like, that was like, there was technically a career mode in 3, but it was just like still just like the mission thing, if I remember correctly. It was just like the mission based levels with like extra, I think there was still like the point earning like tournament things in that, and like that's it. But 4 was like the first like real career mode campaign. It didn't really have much of a story, but like it still was like moving that direction. So not having the campaign mode in the remake is kind of like, yeah, I don't think I'm really gonna even bother getting it, which is disappointing. Oh, but hey, you know, I think I should just get all of the fucking Tony Hawks I can on this here emulator. Yeah, let's just fly around and get some bolts, man. Oh man, gotta stretch my neck more. Stretch your neck. I suggest a good neck stretch. To all, and to all a good neck stretch. Alright. I guess probably don't really need to do this one because like we could just wait for the secret on our next playthrough. But yeah, what are these fucking secret zones here? There's like entire realms of green. Okay, let's go this way first. I'm thinking this away. I think this might actually lead to both secrets that we've yet to uncover. Hiya. Beware the muck dweller. Eh. Okay. Alright. Kill one of these guys. Hiya. Hiya. Oh yeah, you know what? I was gonna like say stuff about Eraserhead earlier and I totally like forgot. I think that was the thing I was on about. So I had like opinions on the movie. About it, yeah, because I was talking about like its genre and everything, and like honestly, like while there were absolutely scenes that were unsettling, the ones that were meant to unsettle, like my main takeaway is just like that David Lynch guy is real funny, you know, like there are just some like actually hilarious moments in Eraserhead, you know, some of it kind of like dark humor but still humorous. Like David Lynch. There's a certain moments where like the timing is like comedic fucking timing. You know what I mean? Okay. So it's like around the bend? What the fuck? Huh. Alright. We'll see what we can do. Because also like, you know, I got more abilities than last time I was here. Nothing up here, just some bolts. That's fine. Yeah, do I have to get like around? No. Come on. Right, I'm on the ground. Okay. Alright. As long as it didn't count like all 3 of those as like the same life, basically. The same, not same life, but you know what I mean. Same like attempt group. Where the fuck are you going? Okay, and then they sink. How do I get to that? Because I want to say it's like from that platform somewhere. Okay. It's like this guy snakes around here and then goes somewhere. Oh, they do. Oh, okay. They do go to this platform. Nope, that's a death. Dang it. How do we start all the way back here? What the hell? That's fine. You can just run through it. No biggie. And also check our map on our way. Because now I'm looking at it. I don't know. We'll see. We got to get to that other platform. I don't know if I, like, have done that. So. Yeah, Spider-Bot Glove. Get out of here. Get out of here, you creatures. But yeah, like, also as far as like Eraserhead goes, I'm definitely glad for a few reasons that I did see that like as an adult who's been in like a relationship at least. But let me tell you, there's definitely some moments where like I wouldn't have appreciated them as much like if I had seen it as like a teenager or something, we'll say, you know. Not big on pop punk, but they also gave a spotlight. Yeah, let me like read this message. Not big on pop punk, but they also gave a more spotlight for more experimental stuff. I think that's how Slipknot's Before I Forget became viral. I think I missed a message from you. Oh, for Tony Hawk? More experimental stuff. I think that's how Before I Forget became viral. Every one of their friends had it on their playlist. That was definitely not in a Tony Hawk game. Unless I'm forgetting, I'm pretty sure Slipknot did not have a song. Because I think Before I Forget came out after Tony Hawk 4. I want to say. If it turned out, because there was some new metal in there. Like they had System of a Down in 4. But yeah, every one of their, yeah, blah, blah, blah. While they would skateboard on the town square. You weren't very pleased, but at least you enjoyed the beer. Shan't disclose your age. Yeah, we don't need to know. You know, skateboarding times. Also, there was Primus. Always been obsessed with, I fucking love Primus. Primus sucks, but like, well, I say but, you know. I feel obligated to say it. Oh, I'm in the in crowd. I know the Primus joke. But no, Primus like actually fucking rules. I love Primus. I like don't listen to them a whole lot. Just like on like regular rotation, you know. But I will say that there was a period of time where like my kind of go-to like treat snack was like making a thing of instant pudding, and I would put on the song Pudding Time by Primus and basically race the song and eat like the whole bowl. Like I'm talking like the whole box. I'd eat like a whole box of chocolate pudding and try to race Pudding Time. I have like, it was mostly, I would say like in high school was kind of like, if I were to have a Primus phase, it would have been then for sure. So Slipknot was just something they listened to, I guess. Yeah, I mean, like, it was definitely in vogue at the time, for sure. Like, I remember, like, my dad playing, like, Slipknot's first, like, big album. I forgot if, like, it was just an EP they released before, also, Before I Forget, that was, like, the third Slipknot album, I think. Right? Because Wait and Bleed was the hit off, like, their first, like, major studio release. Oh, is it just Ride This Guy? That's it? Damn, okay. Oh, yeah, because it's, like, to a secret boss battle. Or I think that might be the other zone. Whatever. We got bolts. We did it. Yeah, because, yeah, Slipknot's third album definitely came out, like, a while after. If any Slipknot song would have been, like, in Tony Hawk 4, it probably would have been Wait and Bleed. Or something. Or actually, I don't even remember if that's a name of the song. I might be pulling a LimeWire right now. Was the name of the song Duality, or was that a different song? I'm getting my Slipknot tracks mixed up. Where's Tricky Banana to set me straight? Because I know she's a big... I don't know about Slipknot Nut, but I remember her mentioning them, and I was just like, yeah, I listened to them in high school, you know? But... I think, like, there's definitely still songs by them where, like, if you put that on, I'd be like, yeah, this was kind of a jam, you know. Only helpful books at work, but popping in to make sure everything is above board here. Thank you for coming in. Only helpful books. Let me hit you with a shout out, even though you may not be, like, staying for long. Only helpful books. What a funny lady, only helpful books. I was just talking about my Eraserhead viewing experience a little bit. And like my primary takeaway being like that David Lynch guy's real funny. You know. And also like something that was really funny to me was like, oh yeah, you know, like we're watching the movie and we're just like, yeah, the effects for the baby are like really great. Like how'd they do that? I want to know. And I'm just like, I bet, you know, this movie's such a classic. You could just look up and figure it out. And then it's just like, nah, man, 50-year-old mystery. It was like always kept a secret how they did Eraserhead baby. I'm like, oh, okay. And it was like this big myth that it was like actually like an animal fetus or something. Crazy. So far, everything is up to code. Please continue working. Thank you, Only Helpful Books. You're aware that bribing an inspector is a federal offense. Was I trying to bribe? I was just saying you're nice. I don't know. I was just saying you're funny. It wasn't a bribe, I swear. Don't take me in. Don't fucking throw me in the brig. Yeah, this donut over here is green, but I don't know if it's like actually unexplored. We shall, ma'am. Yeah, thank you, Sylvan. Oh, I've done it. Oh, I've done it. Oh, man. Oh, man. You know, it feels like I haven't streamed in, like, weeks. I don't know what it is. I think it's just, like, I talked about it, you know. And, like, I got through it all. But this week has just been so goddamn much. It definitely feels like 2 weeks packed into one. I think I also had to call off Friday last week. Did I miss a stream last week? I don't remember. There's a lot of shit's been going on, man. But a lot of like the stuff that's like a bother has passed. No, not cutscene. Okay, I'm going the right way. But I do have, you know, there's more. Like it's part of the fucking human experience is dealing with things that happen, right? So I got more things on the horizon, but a lot of it is like potentially just kind of stuff that will help me out. Like all like the disability shit. Some of that seems to be moving. Some of it seems to be in motion. But I really need to just like contact the disability attorney and just be like, yo, this is like my weird shit, dog. Because everything about it is like, it's very like complicated. I mean, it's largely rooted around CPTSD, which is just complex PTSD, you know, generally associated with like prolonged trauma, where it's not necessarily like a particular event, it's just being like in a like very hostile or like otherwise like unhealthy environment for like an extended period of time. It does things to your psyche that's bad. It makes it hard to function. We're giving the stream the possible rating in A. By the way, please familiarize yourself with the new rating system. Oh yeah, it's been testing. God has been testing you this week. I'm so sorry, Skeleton. Thank you, Books. Yeah, it's definitely been, yeah, it's been one of those weeks. I want to say I think I passed. I think I passed the test. Everything has worked out. It just took a toll on me, you know? And I think it was definitely the right call to like not try to force myself to stream yesterday. Because normally, like, if I don't have D&D on Thursday, like, I've been trying to stream those days. But I really just needed to, like, take a break. I was having so much trouble just, like, eating yesterday that, like, I didn't have, you know, like, eventually, like, 8 p.m. rolled by, and it's like, I couldn't even consider being ready for a stream right now. But, you know, Thursdays are, like, an extra day anyway, so it's like, I wasn't, like, upset at myself over it. I just needed to, like, take care of myself and shit. Yep. It can do that. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But, you know, I just needed yesterday to just, like, you know, get a nap, get a good, nice long shower in, all that shit, you know, just, like, taking care of the old flesh vessel, as it were. You think Sony will remake Ratchet 1 to 3? I mean, they did like basically a remake of Ratchet 1, right? Like the movie, the game was basically a retread of the original Ratchet and Clank. I think cuz Insomniac still has the rights to Ratchet and Clank. They still make Ratchet and Clank games. Oh, I think we already did this. So, yeah, that green zone is like, yeah, we already did that shit. That was like a HD version. I think it was kind of a remake. I don't know. But either way, like, the games haven't aged really. Okay, Going Commando has fucked up weird controls. So I think Going Commando, having Up Your Arsenal's controls would be kind of worth a remake. And plus, like I said, like, they're still making Ratchet and Clank. They still got, like, assets they could just use for a remake of the old games, potentially. So, you know, I don't remember actually how like different it was, because I'm pretty sure it was kind of like its own thing and they didn't really have a plan to remake the others, but I think they should. I think, like, you know, because Insomniac still has Ratchet and Clank, I think honestly more than that though, they should hit up Naughty Dog and be like, yo, Jak and Daxter, Jak 2 and 3? I think Jak 2 and 3 could really benefit from a remake. And like still do like the weird GTA thing. I think that was cool for Jak 2. And like Jak 3 had it as well, but you know. I think that'd be actually really sick. We are not getting a new Spyro game. Toys for Bob's is gone. Oh fuck. Damn. That sucks. So like, are the rights for Spyro just kind of like up in the air? Like, does nobody own fucking Spyro the Dragon anymore? How do we get? I think it might just be across the way that we can get there. Right? Let's see. Let's look at map. Oh no, okay. Whoa. Whoa. Something's happening. Worst RNG hitting us with the raid. 9 pairs of eyes. Oh, and Zachary Applesauce also coming in. Hello, Zach. How are you doing? All right, I didn't know to say Zach or Zachary. How's everybody doing? What the heck? We're playing Ratchet and Clank. We're kind of just like running through a bunch of levels trying to get some goodies. Trying to get them platinum bolts. Yeah, thank you for the shout out, whichever mod. Gave probably Patrick if he was in a Worst RNG stream. But yeah, welcome in. How did Minecraft go? Worst RNG. My pal Stove. Steve the Stove. RNG-son. But yeah, how's it going? Google says Microsoft retains the ownership of Skylanders. Wait, Crash and Spyro. Oh, because of Activision. That's fucked. Man, I'm honestly surprised we were able to get the Crash remakes at all. But, you know, I think we should go back to Jak 2. Or like the Jak and Daxter series. Like Naughty Dog, like Uncharted, pretty good. Last of Us, pretty good, I guess, you know. But I think we could use some real gritty action like Jak 3 again. What's Sylvan saying? People are saying stuff. But yeah, welcome in, Raiders. We've just been playing the Ratchet and Clank 2. We can basically beat the game at any moment. Zachary, having trouble getting to sleep, wanted to say hi. Well, thank you for stopping by, Zachary. Let me give you a shout out as well. Zachary, Applesauce. They do art. They also do music. A very creative individual. I'll hold the shout out for a bit because we just got Worst RNG coming in. Sylvan says, although technically it depends on jurisdiction, it can be a state offense if it's an infra-constitutional norm. Oh, you're just yes-anding Books' thing. When are they gonna remake Last of Us Part 2 remaster? Jesus Christ. Okay, depends on whether it's an administrative act beyond bound norms. In which case, I have no idea because you guys base administrative laws on the French model and we use the English model. What the fuck? Sylvan, sometimes I think you might know more about this country than I do. Referring to Book's assertion on rhyming inspectors. Right, okay. We got there. Let me try to hit that Zachary shout out. Zachary Applesauce. Like I said, a very creative individual. I gotta hit Razor Gem as well. Because he's been tier listing, got through all the Metallica albums, been doing Pantera, which I would say Pantera I'm very nostalgic for. My dad was really into Pantera when I was little. Like when my dad would drive me to preschool when I was like 4 or 5 or whatever. And he would play like Pantera or Tool, typically. At least one way. Like if it was a Mancow morning, he'd listen to that. But if like nothing was on the radio, then he put one of those albums on. Pretty close to finishing off FF7 Rebirth. You got close to crying on stream. Ooh, damn. I mean, you know, Final Fantasy 7 also being like as big as it is, you know, it can pull at it can tug at them heartstrings for sure. I do want to give the remakes a chance. I was a little burnt as somebody who like I guess kind of missed the boat on FF7 because like when I got around to it, like I just couldn't really get into it. There was so much hype around it and I just kind of like didn't really get it. And then like shortly before the remake came out, I saw a little bit more, like a little deeper into FF7 before stuff I got to. Most notably like the encounter with like when like Tifa first encountered Sephiroth and shit, I was just like, damn, that's some shit. Sephiroth's some fucking guy. And like Tifa survived getting like punched down the stairs by him. Like what the fuck? A lot of that shit. I'm just like, oh, I kind of get it a little more. Like it was really like the Sephiroth stuff that kind of comes later where I'm just like, oh, like that's why 7 was like such a big deal, right? And then so when Remake was coming out, I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to get in on this FF7 shit. And then it turned out that it was kind of more made for the fans, you know, which I think ultimately, like, I feel I'm kind of in a minority of people who like didn't play FF7 that are interested in it. I think it like actually would be a better call to like appeal to the fans because they're ultimately the people that cared the most about it, right? People that already like FF7. But I kind of just want all of it to be out so I can just play through it. You know, give me all 3 discs basically. But it looks really good. Like from all that stuff I've seen, like I like how the battle system seems to work. Too tired, and Lucas is flying circles around my intellectual limits. Yeah, Sylvan's on one tonight. And I mean that like in a good way. We already checked the secrets there. I also gotta buy the other Megacorp weapons from this place. It's no FF6. Now that is a game. I agree, Patrick. Also, welcome in, Patrick. I assumed you were along with the Worst RMG raid, but welcome in, Patrick Galactic. Good to see you here. Good to have you in. You found out. Oh yeah. I think you brought that up in Kix's chat, Razor Gem. There's a Pantera song, Tens, in one of the Dragon Ball Bro. Yeah, what was up with the Broly movies having like all this like new metal and butt rock? Like I'm not like opposed to it, but I'm just like who like allowed this? I don't know. It just seems like maybe it's just kind of like a product of the times. You've been here since the beginning? Oh, well, I guess I wasn't really paying attention to users in chat. Unless he said hi and I fucking missed it like a buffoon. But I mean, you know what? Thank you for being here from the start, Patrick. I do appreciate it. You know, even if you've just been lurking and hanging out. But it was the first I saw you. But yeah, also, if we're comparing FF6 to 7, like I think part of the thing, you've been lurking? Okay. Let me hit you with a shout out though. Oh fucking you were here first. I don't know. Shout out. I'll hit you with the shout out, Patrick. And then you could hit Razor with the shout out. But shouts out to Patrick Galactic, holding down the fort, hitting some people with shouts, hanging out, just being a swell dude. If you don't know Patrick Galactic, he is a fan of Castlevania and Nintendo games and quality independent games. Give him a follow. Plays a lot of good shit. And also, like, where's RNG, our raider here? The two of them play games together. They've been doing co-op of Sea of Stars, which is pretty cool. So check them out. You only played FF3 for about 20 minutes. My friend got mad. I named the main character Bread. He said, why would you do that? He took his copy. What the fuck? Oh, thank you, mods, for getting the robot. For squashing the bot. We game. Yeah, we do a bit of gaming. Good. Yeah, what the hell? You should be able to name your main character Bread without guff. There's no beef dip, though. You're at the end of it. You want to play something retro neck like Croc. Yeah, go ahead and play fucking Croc, Razor Gem. Something that no one cares about spoilers. Yeah, for sure. Because, like, honestly, like, I've been, like, touch and go, like, when people play the Final Fantasy remakes. Because I'm like, I might play it, and there are some wild twists and turns and stuff to, like, the like, remake story. And especially, like, for Rebirth, I'm like, I kind of want to maybe just save that for someday. Because, like I said, like, the battle system, like, ultimately, like, that's kind of what matters the most to me. Like, if it was just turn-based again, if it was turn-based with the narrative changes, I think I would be less interested. But the fact that, like, it has a different battle system, sorta, kinda, yes, and, like, the narrative choices, like, it's really, they're like their own thing, you know? And I think that's another reason why, like, the remakes, especially being so many, like, years out, because, like, originally, like, it was a whole thing with, like, the PS3 getting a remake. Right, it was a million. Damn. No, we failed? Damn. Shouts out. Oh, yeah, there we go. Shouts out to the Razor Gem, who may or may not play Croc. I hope you do. Croc's fine. I think that'd be, like, a really good one-off. I don't know. If you get, like, really into it, then you could, like, press on. But that was one of those games where, like, I wanted, like, Crash Bandicoot, and then my grandma got me Croc, and because probably at the game store, they're all like, yeah, it's same shit. Okay, gotta run. Thanks for streaming. See you later, Only Helpful Books. Take it easy. Have a nice rest of your shift and night and stuff. I think the remakes only have manual controls, which is annoying. Ooh, what the hell? For Croc? Or, wait, manual camera controls. Are you talking about fucking, yeah, Croc didn't have remakes. What the hell am I talking about? Yeah, you're talking about the Final Fantasy. Yeah, okay. That makes a lot more sense. You're half asleep and didn't see the shout out. Thank you. How's the game? Game's going pretty good. Right now, I'm trying to collect secrets. I'm going for the secrets. Left. Yeah, it's this away. Right? Croc is getting a remake this year. Okay. You know, I think it's Croc. I think it's time for Croc. A year of Croc, everybody. You know, crocodiles are basically long, thick snakes with legs. So, year of the snake, everybody. It's Croc. Yeah, you know, honestly, like, fucking feel free to just, like, name your stream for Croc is just like, yeah, you're the snake. It's Croc. Got to get those secrets. Yeah, I need the platinum bolts because they're tied to weapon upgrades. The bolts actually have, like, uses. Or I guess a single use, but, you know. Gotta get those secrets. What made you think of Bread when seeing Luneth, though? Kind of a salad person. Well, Books has departed, so we may never know. I'll never get over Worst RNG's story of renaming... I think it was, like, his brother's save file. He renamed one of the characters to Beef Dip. And so, like, one day his brother, like, turned on the console. It was like, time to play some Final Fantasy, and like some dialogue happened, a cutscene, and just from the other room, hearing who the fuck is Beef Dip? God, like, I wish that was my own story because it's so fucking just like solid gold. Ico and FF9, yeah. Oh my god, that is like probably one of, if not like my favorite story of like your childhood that you've ever shared with me for RNG. That shit is so funny. Oh. Wait. Yes. Haha. Secret. It's a secret. You were young and you were mashing X for saving and just saved over their file. All right. It was because you named it on your file. You named her Beef Dip. Why the fuck did you name Ico Beef Dip? Like, I mean, it's just like a funny, silly thing. It's just like, I would have expected that for like Steiner or like, oh, what's his fucking name? The monk you get who ends up not really doing anything. I'm blanking on his name now. The dude with the dreadlocks. His character model looks horrible, but his art's really cool. The name Beef Dip. Oh right, yeah, Beef and Ed. My favorite Cartoon Network show, Beef and Ed. Jesus Christ. Nanners, you got a funny gaming origin story for me? Oh, hit me with it, dude. Hell yeah. Crocodiles have more powerful bites. Neck just kind of swallow. I mean, yeah, true. They do have their nom-noms differently. Yeah, I mean, they're reptiles, same guy. Frozen Base Siberius? Let's see. 3 remain. Oh, wait, no, 3 remain as in I have 3 bolts on my person. Okay. I was just like, there are only 15 bolts on the whole game? Yeah. Although their bites on land are super nerfed compared to when they're on the water. They can spin and break your... Oh, yeah, they unlocked their spin move. We should all be grateful that crocodiles can't fly. Because if crocodiles could do all their fucking maneuvers, like, in the air, we'd be fucked. Okay. Let's see what Zachary's got for us. When you were, like, 5 to 6, and cousin was up-and-coming musician, I wanted everyone to come and cousin's album. Okay. God. I'm getting sawed by these freaks. These freaking roboids. Get out of here. Wait. Oh yeah. Okay. Up-and-coming musician wanted everyone to come and record on the track. A dozen people and 6-year-old me there to record some harmonies. Everyone else was actually busy for once. Nobody playing Super Mario World. All mine. First solo Mario World play. No regrets not being on a shitty album. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, dude, fucking, nah, it's Mario time. You guys, like, do your music shit or whatever. I'm locking in. Alright, where, how, or did we already technically get this secret? I think we technically got it already? Maybe? No? Yeah, it's just a dang old invisible wall. Okay. I think I understand. So yeah, did you just like blast through like the whole ass game, Applejack? That's pretty fucking baller. I definitely, like, being a kid and like there's like a console around that like nobody's fucking using, it's just like, dude, this is like, I could play anything I want. There could be like 6 games to choose from, and it's like I could play anything I want. No one could tell me not to play a video game. Like, I know like my mom's friend from like out where like my mom's family lives. Whenever we like visit there for like Christmas Eve, my mom's friend had a son that was like 10 years older than me. And so like he had all of his consoles. So like whenever I went there, I got to play like a bunch of weird games that I would like never own. Like I remember running around in like the Temple of Time in Ocarina of Time. And I didn't know how to like get out. Because, like, that was just, like, the last save file. I was just like, what do I do? And I just, like, rolled around, like, constantly. And it was just like, this game's weird. Could I not get over here? What the hell? Bruh, you were, like, 6 was the first time you were allowed to play uninterrupted. And it was a GOAT game. Big moment for you. Oh, yeah, of course. Usually be watching, fighting to get the controller for, like, 5 seconds. Damn, dude. Do you come from, like, a big family, Applezak? Because, like, for me, I just had, like, one sibling that I would have to, like, battle for shit with. Or fighting to play, yeah. How fucking do we fucking... Is there even actually a secret? I guess that's the other question. Because it looks like there is some amount of zone over there. But I don't see, like, an actual... platinum bolt or anything. Battle Royale, basically. I see. So that, to me, that sounds like it came from a potentially a big family. Like if you hung out with like your cousins and stuff a lot regularly, which like that was just kind of like a holiday thing for my family. Like we weren't really like in active community with each other, I guess would be a way to put it. I thought I already did the tractor beam thing. Oh, we got an ad in 30 seconds, which I am probably going to take time to take a break because I want to cool down the apartment. It is warm. It is very warm in here. Yeah, because we got to take the thingy up here. Oh, it was to take it up here to get to like up there, which we did already do. And this we are not supposed to go on. Oh, oh, okay. So there's probably a bolt behind here. All right, let's get this. Yeah. All right. Break time, everybody. It is at break time. I'm gonna throw up that away screen for everybody that is not in ad hell right now. You can listen to the fine beep boops of my friend's music. I'm just gonna Crash Bandicoot strats. Have a good break. Thank you, Zachary. Thank you, Applezak. Lurking and starting the day. Yeah, no problem, dude. Okay. Yeah, break time, 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 break time. All right, we are back. Hello and welcome back. Oh, I put my headphones over here. Oh, we are back. We are so back. I did a quick lap around the apartment to get some fresh air and such. And some such. What was Zachary saying? I just saw this. Yeah, I'm not getting in the pool with Mr. Gator, thank you. Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, if gators could fly, we'd be fucked. Because they could do all their spin moves just, like, in the air. If gators conquered land, sea, and air. Have a good day out there, Sylvan. Yeah. Pizza time. There's a pizza time general emote? What the fuck? It's a global emote? Also, it's windy as fuck outside. I think a storm is coming later in the night, around like midnight, so in about an hour. Okay, I think we got all the secrets here, because there's just that bolt. Yeah, alright. Let's move on to the next planet. Also, part of why I went outside was because, like, okay, it's a full moon tonight, that's why the stream title is what it is. And I'm trying to see the full moon. All these fucking clouds are in the way, dude. Can you believe that shit? Can you fucking believe that? How could the clouds do this to me? I wanted to see the moon. Although I did get to see it last night. I didn't quite get to see the blood moon at its like most aesthetically pleasing. I got to see like while the blood moon was happening, but it mostly just looked like reddish purple moon. It was like the blood moon was basically like ending by the time I saw it, because I was taking a dang shower. Well, I took a big nap and then I took a big shower, and then after the shower I went outside and kind of was on the tail end of it. At least I got to see any of the moon looking weird. And earlier that night I did see what was basically like practically a full moon. Okay, we got one secret in the temperator zone. And that seems to be about it. I remember as a kid, and you know, maybe I have some amount of OCD. I like needed to stop looking at it. I needed to like fill out, like, I hated having all these like little gray spots on the map. Skin are sick. Did you have a refrain from calling yourself a hunter while looking at the moon? I didn't have to refrain myself, but I'm kind of surprised I didn't. Also, welcome in, Skin are sick. I forgot how to pronounce your name. But yeah, we're playing some Ratchet and Clank. How you been? I feel like I haven't seen you in a moment, unless I'm getting you mixed up with somebody. But yo, how you been? What's up? How you doing? Because I know I got like some recent followers, like kind of as a result of this playthrough. I'm trying to get them in order. It's been a minute. Oh, I think you were the one. Were you the one that posted the eco music? Were you that creature? I believe you're that creature. Yeah, it's been a minute. Good, extra busy. Yeah, it's me. Okay, all right. So yeah, you're from a while ago. I don't think you've caught any of this playthrough then. But yeah, good to see you then. Yeah, it's been a minute. I think I want to say the last time I caught you in chat was like one of my first guitar streams, maybe. I'm actually not sure if you caught one of those or not. This is Elden. What Elden Ring mod is this? It's the Elden Ring. Well, I'm stacking a couple mods. So I have the PS2 graphics mod, and I also have the guns mod that gives me a bunch of giant weapons. Oh, I also have the lombax mod that turns the player character into a lombax that happens to look a lot like Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank. I think Shadow of the Erdtree. Yeah, I think it was Shadow of the Erdtree playthrough. Oh, okay, that you last saw. Damn, I need to get back on that, because I just like I was so. I mean, the final boss is the final boss. I was just like stuck on the Promised Consort on like my off-stream playthrough, that like I kind of like neglected my actual playthrough, because like I left it off at Midra. And I was like, yeah, this is like a thematically relevant boss for my character. And then just like didn't go back to it. But I think maybe when I beat this game, I might go back to like alternating games. It depends on like how my schedule pans out. Because I want to keep playing Ratchet and Clank. I want to do more like retro games and stuff with the PS2 emulator. I mean the Elden Ring mods. Yeah, every PS2 game you see me play is just recreated through excessive amounts of Elden Ring mods. That's why it runs kind of funky sometimes. But yeah, once I get like also with like the new D&D campaign that I might be joining, I might like retool my schedule a bit to be like, okay, this day of the week I'm playing Elden Ring, this day of the week I'm playing Ratchet and Clank, this day of the week I'm doing guitar stream. You know, we'll see how it goes. You get that. There's a whole lot of extra game, and the challenge is pretty steep. Oh yeah, I mean, like I had a pretty like adequate challenge through all the DLC. Was like amount of difficulty that I like wanted out of Elden Ring, you know. And I had played a lot of Elden Ring, not just, you know, having my previous Souls experience, but like prior to the DLC, like I mean, like a lot of people, I was just playing the absolute hell out of it. You know, I have 10 character slots and I want more. That's how much of a freak I am for that game. So like I was very ready for it, but Promised Consort is something fucking else, man. Like a real true like test of goddamn metal, you know. I think, and like, yeah, I wasn't able to beat him before they got nerfed, but like fuck it, man, it's fine. You know, like some gamers may like lord it over me that they were able to beat Promised Consort before the nerf, but like, you know, I'm good, man. That shit was fucked. And I came really, really, really close before those nerfs anyway. So it's fine. You get the, oh yeah, yeah. But as far as like Mesmer or like, oh, actually Gaius was a fucker. I totally forgot. Yeah, that guy, fuck that guy. I hated that boss fight. But outside of that, like, yeah, there is definitely a lot of like challenging stuff in the expansion, but overall, I enjoyed it quite a bit. I didn't think anything was really bullshit. Just the Rawa ruins are a little underwhelming, and the fact that Ramina doesn't have like any amount of like a cutscene intro is also kind of like Ramina got done dirty, honestly. Like she's in the fucking trailer, like in one of the like Hornsent villages that like is getting burnt down and shit. So I'm just like, I feel like she's actually really important, and when you like meet her just playing through it the first time, she's just like some rot boss. And for some reason, she's like in front of the thing you gotta burn. It's like, why is she fucking here? But like, oh no, there is stuff there. And I guess that is pretty typical for like a Souls game, but it's just like I'm not even like asking for dialogue. Like a cutscene that just has her come into the arena like I'm important, and then you fight her. Like that's what I'm saying. Wait, did I? Why is that still green? I got the bolt right. Hang on. Items? Yeah, I had 4 before this planet, didn't I? What the hell? She should have been on Sir Moore's oh yeah! Yeah, you know what? I agree with that, Sylvan. I feel like just anything more for Ramina is like, that would have really just kind of sealed the deal. It would have at least made the Rawa Ruins kind of less of a shitty area, because the area itself is like not great to go through in my opinion. Like I don't enjoy that section of the Shadow, the not Scadu Altus. Scadu Altus is a specific point. The Shadow Realm, you know, the Shadow Realm. But yeah, like, there's so much that, like, she is actually relevant to that just, like, she just, like, didn't get the play for, you know? This is a little disappointing. Her fight is really cool. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think that's the thing. It's like, her fight is cool. And then when you realize, like, how relevant she actually is to stuff going on, it's like, wait, why didn't she get more? But at the same time, I feel like it is, like, a really, like, nitpicky thing. It's one of those things, like, I wouldn't even think for that to be a complaint if I didn't already love it so much, right? And then I guess, like, my personal disappointment, because there's, like, everybody had, like, something they were hoping for as far as, like, the lore getting expanded upon in the expansion. And for me, it was the Blue Dancer, which, like, again, like, with Ramina, could have had something there. But they just have, like, oh, there's a Red Dancer, and there are other sword dancers from somewhere else that are red. Kind of like the Blue Dancer, but they're red. And I'm just like, okay, but anything? Because, like, when you read the description of, like, all the items for the, I think it's the Dancers of Rana, the Red Dancers of Rana, because there's just, like, the one NPC you fight that has all that shit. Which also, the swords can't be fucking buffed, which drove me nuts. I was just like, finally, we have paired scimitars, and they're like, yeah, fuck you. Nate specifically, fuck you. You don't get to enchant them. And I just want to have two swords that get buffed by magic. But no. Yo, Hyacinth, welcome in. When do we gray the khaki dancer? Huh? When do we... I meant get. Yeah, when do we get the khaki dancer? Also, welcome in, Hyacinth. It's heckin' Hyacinth. Shout outs to Hyacinth, artist, who has not been streaming very much lately because she's been working hard on what will be a hit indie RPG, Hysteria, now in development, coming at some point. But you can watch her. Well, I mean, maybe watch her. Mostly watch St. Trina game deving, honestly, but, you know. Still want to give you a shout, because you're still out there, you're working, you're doing it, you know. Pay my dues, as it were. Khaki Dancer, Chino Dancer, Denim Dancer DLC 1. Yeah, for real. Like, give me a whole, like, realm of cool dancing folk. Let's see what Dabo's got. Check out the Dabo bolts. The teaser made it seem like the Red Dancer was going to be a field boss at Cerulean Coast. Yeah, exactly, right? And, like, they've kind of done stuff like that before. Like, literally, like, okay, kind of an almost opposite thing to Ramina. I literally wish the Dancer of Rana just was like the Wolverine dude in the forest. I wish he was just hanging out. Like, don't even give her a health bar. Just some really cool NPC that's just hanging around in the field and just will fight you when you see her, right? I feel like that's, like, all they really had to do. But then all the NPCs got, like, yeah, they got relegated to, like, the mausoleum things, which, like, I get it. I totally understand, like, why, like, perhaps mechanically they kind of had to do it that way. But it's just, it kind of just makes it feel a little something, you know, like a little, not force. I think force isn't the right word, but like too, like, kind of, it makes them feel less important when they're just like, yeah, they're just this type of enemy. It's just this kind of a boss fight, you know? Because, like, similarly, the, like, Knight of Solitude guy or whatever that you fight in the first one you can go to, like, they didn't really feel like much of anything to me. Maybe that's just me, but I feel like, yeah, it's one of those things where, like, it feels like they're in a rank below, the Everjails, even though they basically are Everjail bosses. I don't know. I'd have to, like, I think they do explain, like, what the mausoleums are, and I think they kind of are Everjails just in the Shadow Realm. I don't know. I'd have to refresh my memory with a whole lot. Patrol Blue Dancer, the cousin of the original Blue Dancer, with whom they were pretty close to their childhood, but lost contact over the years. Is Petrol Blue like? Are they like the flammable? Are they like the flammable blue swordsmen? They're like the flame swordsmen from Yu-Gi-Oh, but they're also blue. Gadgets. Hook mode, swing shot, hook shot, swing shot, aimbot. Jesus Christ. I'm having a conniption over here. Okay, it's this way. Just keep on trucking. Oh, I'm missing rocket. Okay. Yeah, we need to, I think we should just have an Elden Ring DLC that's just every sword dancer that the entire FromSoft team could possibly conceive, and just throw them into a big old bowl, and they're all just running around and swinging swords and shit. It'd be great. Maybe. I bet it wouldn't even be that good, but it would still be cool, and it would be catered to me specifically. So I think it would be neat. I would like to see it. Okay. Ow. Let me kill you. Wow. Alright. No. I want to see if I could get a spider bot over the gap. I could not. Swing shot. Hook shot aimbot. Water spot. Big pot. Hot spot. I'm pretty good at rhyming words sometimes, a little bit. On a Thursday. But it's Friday. So what does that mean? Yeah. Okay. Okay, somewhere around here. What is this? This looks like it should be something. Okay. Let's think. I don't want this to distract me too much. Okay, I don't think it is connected. Okay. Gadgets. The doohickey. The dynamo's just the doohickey. Cause like I know like the Ratchet and Clank devs and their like commentary thing, which I did watch a bit of. I should watch more of. They mentioned like they don't like the dynamo because it's basically a gadget that just presses buttons, and you could just be pressing buttons without needing like a separate gadget for it. Which, you know, I don't really mind it. I feel like most people don't really mind it. But it's one of those things that's like part of what's interesting about like watching like creative commentary is like people tend to be like their own like harshest critic, because like they know the most like what they were going for, you know what I mean? So like feeling like you weren't able to like portray something that was in your mind, like you might feel like a failure. But a lot of people are just like, Dynamo's like whatever, I don't care. Like they don't really mind one way or another. Oh, what? Huh? What the fuck? Wait, hang on. Okay. Huh. That is a really cool secret, actually. I love that. Wow. Wow. Yeah, even dancers that technically represent the same color but differently pronounced words in Japanese, like two black dancers, Kuro and Koku, and two white ones, Shiro and Haku. Yeah, that'd be cool. Get all the dancers. Like, okay, like actually though, a section of a DLC, like actually just fucking whole rainbow of dancers. Just the whole, just color me a rainbow of sword dancing cool guys, right? I don't think anybody would complain. Hiya. Okay. You know, I was gonna say, can we make it to our ship before getting eaten by the fish? Fish didn't even give me the chance. Fish didn't even give me the time of day. They just ate my freaking ass off. Give me the bolts. Okay. Alright. The Dragon Ball Superfication of Elden Ring. Damn. Damn. I mean, it would be more Elden Ring, right? I could scarcely complain. Even if it was like, I mean, actually, isn't the Dragon Ball Superfication kind of Night Rain? Unless I'm misunderstanding the analogy. Okay, the armory. See if the armory's got any bolts for us. I think by the rate of things, we'll probably be able to get all of the bolts and beat the game tonight. If we do beat the game on stream, getting all the platinum bolts, I think I might just do the New Game Plus stuff off stream, and that's just me getting to play Ratchet and Clank, you know? Because, like, I started a playthrough, like, it was originally for testing, but then it kind of became an off-stream playthrough, but, like, you know, I don't need to play this game over, like, that many times, you know what I mean? Remember Frieza? He's gold now. Remember Cell? He's red now. Yo, red Cell and gold Frieza? Damn. I mean, there were like there were literally you remember the what are they called? The pests? They had like a full name. I don't remember. But you know, the pests, we got red pests in Shadow of the Erdtree. They just fucking did that. I'm not like complaining or nothing, but I think it is really funny that they did. So, I mean, why not the dancers? I mean, remember Blue Dancer? We got Red Dancer. That's kind of what started the whole conversation. Give me Green Dancer. Give me fucking Orange Dancer. Give me Purple Dancer. Give me it all. Every color of the damn rainbow and the ones that aren't even in the rainbow. Give them 2 swords and have them do cool moves. That's all I ask. Yeah, we're full on friendship. Where's this fucking bolts? Okay, across the way and to the left. It looks like there's like a whole dang section over there. Oh, you. Spiderbot? Ow, my shield off. Okay. All right. Die? Dude! This guy's cracked. Come on. Frieza's black now. Do not hold your fire. This man... Jesus Christ, Sylvan. I'm not... Yeah. Oh my god. Ooh, did it get hot in here or what? I think it's actually just hot in here again. Where is Bolt? Bolt is up here. Did you get the reference? Was that a fucking I want to say it was a DBZ abridged, which I am not quite as familiar with as than Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, for better or for worse. But it's somewhere in the recesses, but I feel like without context, it's just like, whoa. I mean, you know, the joke is like, cops are bad, but you know, it's still just like, oh fuck. It was not? Okay. Then what is it a reference to? I feel like I'm gonna feel a bit of dingus when it is revealed to me. Okay, shield guy still. Oh, the hover bomb does a lot of damage. Get the fuck over here. I will kill you off. Oh, that's actually in the show? So Black Goku is just called black by people.
Hammer of power detecting no defect.
Oh!
Ratchet of Velvet. I knew this day would come.
Who the fuck are you?
Draw your last enemy mine, for I smite you in the name of Captain Quark.
Dude, this guy's a LARPer, dude. He's a nerd. Get it?
Sweet death. At last we meet. Nobly I fall on the field of battle. Finish me, Lombax!
Dude, he's just like Gray Fox.
Wait! You shamed the greatest superhero who ever lived. You owe me something.
What do you want from us, sir?
Ooh! How about some cool Quark stuff from your
Wow.
galaxy? Trade you for this armor magnetizer.
I believe that device is designed to attract bolts.
Yeah, I was wondering where we got this.
Well,
All right, we got that out the sewer pipe. Yeah, okay. I don't think this is actually like a mission. Oh, and there's a bolt right here. Cool. Thank fucking God. All right. I really wanted that. Yeah, let's just... I feel like maybe the video isn't super important for this. Or wait, no, we can just... do this mode. Don't worry about the double ration clanking. Oh wait, I gotta turn off the video game. Okay. Alright.
This is for everyone you've killed! Eight-lead murderer! Hold your fire! This man isn't black! What? It's Commander Trump!
Okay. Alright. Ba. Alright. You're in such a big Spyro and Crash fan, but you've never played Jak and Daxter or Ratchet and Clank. Really? I highly recommend these games. All of them. Hyacinth. Because, like, I definitely, like, Spyro and Crash were there in my childhood, but, like, Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter were there for the part of my childhood where I had, like, a decent amount of brain to, like, try to be good at a video game. I guess I could handle more challenges, right? And there's a lot to bite off for these games. There's no way that wasn't intentional. I mean, they had to have, like, somebody at least on, like, the localization team, like, somebody had to have thought of that, right? And just, like, maybe they, like, thought about it, and then they were like, we might as well just go for the joke instead of, like, trying to be coy, you know? Like, somebody knew, right? But yeah, Hyacinth, I would say play some Ratchet and Clank, play some Jak and Daxter. Like, I would say if you want to play a PS2 platformer that, like, harkens to the previous era the most, I would say that's probably Jak and Daxter. But the Ratchet and Clank games are, like, all-timers. I think there's a real reason why, like, Ratchet and Clank kind of, survived longer. Like, aside from, like, Naughty Dog, or not Naughty Dog, this is Insomniac, the Spyro people. Aside from them just kind of, like, I feel like Insomniac realized, like, the error of their ways when they sold off, the Spyro IP. Because I think that was their decision. I don't think, like, Sony came down from on high and was like, you guys gotta trash this shit and make something new. They just kind of wanted to make something new and maybe needed money. I don't know. I don't know all the details. Oh, they don't even give me bolts. Oops. But yeah, I would say play Jak and Daxter, and if you enjoy Jak and Daxter, then play through all of the Ratchet and Clank games. If you really love, like, Jak and, like, the worlds of Jak and Daxter, like, by all means, play Jak 2 and 3. They're still very good games. But I feel like, because, like, oh, they give Jak guns, and then it's, like, weird GTA platformer game, it doesn't have, like, the same platformer vibes. And while, like, Ratchet and Clank was, like, a gun platformer from the start. It keeps this sense of whimsy going forward through like all of the games. And even when it gets serious, like in moments, they're ultimately like very like it's a cartoon world, you know? And like honestly, like returning to this game, because I've been playing adult games for adults so much, I'm just like even the ones that are funny, it's like kind of nice to go back and just play a cartoon, you know? There's like a bunch of shit I didn't explore here. How does this fucking planet work? Yeah. Okay, go to armor vendor. So, okay, it's 11:30. I think once we get this platinum bolt, which, okay, we go this way, and then it's, okay, there's a secret right here? Apparently. Okay, there's an invisible wall. Okay. Oh, I think it's just over this glass. Ow. Who's shooting me with guns? Stop that. Oh wait. You. Okay. Okay. All right. I want to say it's floating over that to get to this region. Yeah? Oh, there it is. Yeah, nice. Okay. Oh, I think I can also throw in the spider bot to open door. I think that's like how I'm supposed to do that. Whatever. We figured it out a cool alternate way, and that is emergent gameplay. Hiya. I solved the problem my way. Wow. Wow. No, this way. Right? This way. That way? This way? Hang on a second. This way, the way. Let's just like grade out shit that I haven't been over here. Okay, bombed them. Get hover bombed. Oh, I could spider guy these guys. Let's get him with the old Spider-Man. Spider-Man technique. Hiya. Oh, because we went from behind. It's just like, why are they fucking going that way? Alright. They went the wrong ways. Ow. Okay, get behind cover. And then one of these. Oh, let's get the shields. Get the shield charger. We should just like keep using the shield charger just so it can like upgrade itself, you know? Because I think it kind of takes a little while. You'll only have like 5 charges of it at a time, you know? I think you have to actually like damage guys with it. I'm not 100% sure. It would kind of suck if to level it up you actually had to damage them with it. Hi. Yeah. I said hi. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so there's nothing over here. But okay. If we go where we are supposed to go, which is this way. Because we want to get to over here. Because clearly that big green circle is some sort of a platinum bolt. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, just go this way. Right. Hi. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Up the elevator. Oh. Oh, I should get, oh yeah, spider bot action. Spider bot glove. Blast him. Spider bot glove. Hiya. Okay, and I think the rest of the jokers are just around the corner here. These freaking jokers. Are you kidding me? Okay, I think... Oh, man. Like, one more spider should level it up. But I think the rocket tube will get the... They'll get the XP from this one. Or no? Not yet? Damn. Soon enough. We'll get there. Okay. Right, because I went up... Elevator? I don't know. Kablamzo? Come on. I'm sensing a weapon upgrade soon. Soon? Killing this guy? There it is. Alright. Are they linear games? They're like semi-linear. Like you can kind of do some stuff like slightly out of order. But it's just like, generally when you get to like a new planet, you just do everything you can do there. Jak and Daxter is pretty linear, but I think you can like return to old areas to like get shit. I'd say they're about as linear as like Naughty Dog and Insomniac's previous works respectively. Jak 3, like Jak 2 and 3 are like open world, but there still is like a very defined like main story to play through. And like any side quests I feel are, I want to say they're mostly just kind of like bonus challenge things. I don't know, it's been a while. Okay, is it this way? It must be right? Okay. Let's do hover bomb here. Just to really blast them. Yo, Swan brother. Low volume stream because you're listening to tornado sirens. Wahoo! Oh god. Yeah, I assume the storms are hitting where you're at, Swan brother, then, or at least threatening to. It's just really windy down here, but the storms are supposed to be hitting like in about a half hour for me at least. Nice rock paper scissors, nerd. Got him. Alright, we gotta really get him with a combo kill here. Key. Yeah, just gonna keep an ear out for that. Okay. It's like one town away. Okay, stay safe, Swan brother. Hopefully the storm isn't too destructive or anything. I mean, you know, with like the... Because it was like pretty cold yesterday and very suddenly hot. I guess, yeah, that's some prime tornado weather. Just a drastic shift in temperature. Yeah, stay safe. Keep the dogs safe and everything, of course. I know you will. But yeah, best of luck to you. Everybody wish, at least with your brains, wish Swan brother luck and safety for the coming storm. I'm sure we'll be fine where I'm at because we're kind of south of where I think it's hitting the hardest. So I'll be okay. I definitely am looking forward to a bit of some storms though. Like if it just rains really hard out here, because I like when the weather kind of pops off a little bit. As long as it's not like, you know, like a fucking tornado actually touching down. That shit's scary. Meanwhile, did an art trade with someone and got some cool art. Oh, hell yeah, Swan brother. Let's go. I assume trading art of your sorted elves and such. Man, I'm surprised. I didn't make an elf. I made a character for Mr. Queasy, as we know them in chat here. They're doing an Eberron campaign, and I'm trying to hop in on that. And I made a Warforged assassin, which, like, I know Nellick's campaign is going to be kicking off again sometime, and I'm an assassin in that, but I'm also not a robot. And we're playing with, like, all, like, the 5.5 rules and shit. Like, we just are using new rules straight up. So I do get to experience, like, a bit of a... I get to actually experience the dichotomy of, like, assassin between editions. So, you know, now that I think about it, I can, like, make some direct comparisons to how they play and stuff. But that's cool. Did you post the traded art on the one Discord by chance? Is that a Megadeth shirt? It is not. It is a Mega 64 shirt. But Megadeth is pretty cool. Yeah, Mega 64, the funny guys. But yeah, Megadeth's good. I'm a bit more of Metallica leaning, I guess. But, you know, Dave Mustaine, he wrote some good tracks. I feel like that's selling him a little short, but, you know. Megadeth is your favorite band. You're about to say hell yeah? Oh, well, sorry to disappoint you. But they are pretty good. I do, honestly, I feel like I should give them, like, more of a shot, because I haven't really, like, sat down and listened to a Megadeth album the way I have with, like, Metallica. But a lot of that is also just because, like, my dad had a bunch of Metallica albums and did not have Megadeth albums. So, like, when I was a teenager and I was getting more into music, that's just not something that I could just, like, pop on, you know, put it in my damn Walkman using CDs and shit. But, you know, that's cool though. I respect, for like a favorite band, Megadeth's pretty fucking sick. Am I a fan of Load or Reload? For Metallica? No. I'll be honest. I'm really not. Like, I'm pretty basic when it comes to Metallica opinions. Like, first 4 albums are incredible. Black Album's pretty good. Don't really care for much of anything after that. How do I get up? Oh, there's a swing. Oh, okay. Yeah. Easy. Best concert you've ever been. You saw Slayer, Guns N' Roses. Oh, it's typed twice, no problem. Slayer, Guns N' Roses, and a few other bands. Damn. I mean, so yeah, seeing Slayer, that's another one where, like, I kind of left them behind in high school. But I mean, they shred. Like, Slayer's, like, they're one of, like, the thrash bands for a goddamn reason, right? I think it's mostly just... So, I don't think I've ever talked about this on stream before, but when I was in high school, you know, I liked Slayer, okay? And there was this girl, okay? And she also liked metal. She liked a lot of black metal. And I was just like, oh, damn, you like metal? And, like, she saw that I liked Slayer, and there's a reason why she liked Slayer that has overlap with, like, certain types of black metal and certain types of maybe other thrash metal that I'm not exactly into. And I didn't quite realize that when I was, like, actually, like, really talking to her and, like, hanging out with her. And then she would just want to talk about, like, you know, Nazi metal. Just, like, on the bus to her place, just fucking out loud, just blasting off about that. I was just like, I have made a mistake. I need out of here. I didn't think she was, like, into that. And that was, like, a whole thing of trying to, like, get them away from me. Yeah, they would later go to, try to cause a big problem, and luckily they were caught on a flight with no luggage, and they were able to, you know, get incarcerated and everything. Not a good person, not a great person. Very crazy. But yeah, I feel like that's part of why I don't listen to Slayer anymore, even though, like, they really aren't like that compared to, like, you know, actual, like, fascist bands. But still, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. Wait, was that the one where your sibling got interviewed about them? Yes, it was. Yeah. It was a whole thing. I don't want to say their name. I don't want to, like, give too much details so people, like, look this person up and everything. Because they were gonna do something. Yeah, they were gonna do something. And luckily they got caught. Holy shit, the wind here right now. Oh, damn. Yeah, it was really windy, but not danger windy by me. So, again, stay safe. But yeah, so people like that can certainly tarnish my opinion of a particular band, and I think that's pretty valid. Which honestly, it kind of sucks. It's like it's one thing to be like, oh, this music reminds me of like somebody I was in a relationship and it makes me sad. You know, it's more like I don't want anybody to ever get the wrong idea ever again. I think that's totally different. But that's fine. Like there's hundreds of metal bands that don't even like approach that territory. And like in the case of Slayer, like typically evoking any of that kind of imagery was just like, you know, for lack of a better term, just kind of being edgy, right? Like Angel of Death is still like a pretty good song, and like the point of talking about like a fucking Nazi scientist was because like it's horrific and it's like doing scary metal, right? You know, it's like the horrors of it. It was bad. It was real scary, this evil guy, you know? But even then, it's just like, yeah. It sometimes, even like kind of not really caring about how that could be perceived is still like something that I would say kind of like borders on like dubious, you know? But I mean, still, that all said, seeing them live, like if I went to like a thrash show, for like whatever, or like if I was able to actually go to like Ozfest when I was growing up, like yeah, seeing Slayer would have been fucking awesome. You know, Angel of Death is one of your favorite songs by them. Well, yeah, go figure. I mean, generally Rain and Blood is like a really good thrash album. Definitely Slayer's best, because like some of the other ones, like South from Heaven, I want to say like about half the album was pretty good, and one of their later albums I know I listened to a fair bit, the one that had Dead Skin Mask on it, and like that song in particular is pretty good, but you know, that's Slayer. But yeah, Angel of Death fucking rips. That's definitely the song I think about like whenever I think about Slayer. But as far as metal, I'm a little more into like prog and sludge. Like my favorite metal band is Mastodon, like hands down. I think past their first 4 albums, they kind of fall off a little bit. First 5 albums, because The Hunter's still good. But Mastodon, I love Mastodon. I love just like how just chunky it is. I love the drums in Mastodon. Like really for metal especially, and like a lot of music in general, good drums really sell me on a metal band. Like that's why I like Tool. It's because they got them fucking polyrhythms, man. It's not like, oh, the Tool is so heady music, oh, they're so smart. They just sound good, man. I don't know. It kind of sucks. Like Tool has like such a reputation. I'm like, I just like how it sounds. I don't know. You know. Basement Time. See you later. Oh my God. Stay safe, Swan Brother. I pray for you. Oh no, video game. My FIFO red died red. What? Ignore. Suppress further. What? Ignore? No, my assertions. Drummers in metal feel slept on. I mean, yeah, it's always about like shredding on the guitars and shit, right? I kind of agree with you on that. Like I'm always been like, as far as music is concerned, like I want to be a drummer the most. I play guitar. I like playing guitar. I am very happy that I got a decent guitar. I have a good electric guitar these days. But I miss my drums. I just can't play drums in the apartment. And like I could have gotten an electric kit for drums, but like it's just not the same. Although would have been pretty cool to have those for like a stream performance thing. But also I don't think we don't have the space. Even if the noise wasn't concerned, like we just don't have the fucking space even to like store it. Our closet is already full. So drumming takes so much stamina. Oh, it fucking does. I feel like that probably was part of why I was in like actually pretty good shape like when I still had my drum set. Like because I was working a retail job, so I was pretty active, and then like I would go home and play the drums and then take a nap, right? I think Megadeth somehow sounds better live than on track. That's why to me Megadeth is god tier. I think that's a pretty good point. Bands that sound like even better live than they do in like the studio recording is like very hard to come by. Unless like their recordings are like dog shit, which like Megadeth, they know how to fucking record an album. So what I've been learning on guitar, well, I have done, like I mentioned, like I did my guitar streams. One of the main things I learned was I learned how to play the entirety of the album Box of Secrets by Blood Red Shoes, which, like, we're talking a lot about metal. Metal is one of many genres I enjoy. A lot of the stuff I play on guitar is more in, like, I guess, like, punk adjacent stuff. Like, Blood Red Shoes is, like they're indie rock, but they're definitely, like, inspired by, like, a lot of garage rock and stuff like that. It's a two-piece band. That's also why I got the guitar I got, was because, like, I always love the guitar tones of Blood Red Shoes, and they play on a Telecaster. So I'm like, I want a Telecaster because I want to play their songs. But I also learned a bit of Alkaline Trio. I just learned how to tune it into E flat so it could play State of the Union by Rise Against. I do want to learn some metal songs though. Like I used to play a lot of System of a Down when I was like in high school. That was like the peak of my guitar abilities, was like high school years. But you know, I mean, I feel like despite that, like once I get back to like really being comfortable with the guitar again, I definitely can see myself being a lot better than I used to be. I just need to fucking tune that fucker into drop C so I can play some Mastodon along with the System of a Down songs I used to know. I feel like metal and rock music nowadays is more underrated genre. Yeah, it's weird, right? Like when I have been doing my guitar streams, there's been people that like stop by and they're like, yeah, keep rock and rolling, like nobody's rocking anymore these days. And I'm like, what? Really? But it's because I'm not really like, I guess I've never really been that in tune with like what is popular. I'm always in like the weird corners. So I have like these massive blind spots with music of like what people are actually listening to. Next stream better be learning Bleed by Meshuggah. Fucking what goddamn tuning does Meshuggah play in typically? Because I mean, I guess maybe Drop C would cover it, but I feel like it might be some fucked up tuning that's even lower than that. I'm also not super familiar with Meshuggah, although I am like aware of them and they're good. And the drummer of Meshuggah helped Devin Townsend with, I think they like made a custom like drum sample set for Devin Townsend to make Ziltoid. Needs to make a comeback for sure. I mean, yeah, like I feel there are a lot of rock bands that are still out there keeping rock alive. Like King Gizzard is the rock band of all time. Like at least in the modern era, like King Gizzard is just doing whatever the fuck they want. And typically it's some kind of jams. You know, they've kind of branched out a little more into like electronic stuff in recent years, but yeah, King Gizzard. If you haven't given King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard an honest listen, and you're like hankering for some good rock music in the modern day, I feel like they're kind of like, that's where you gotta go, right? And it's like a weird rock too. Like they got like krautrock vibes a lot of the times. There's a lot of stuff that's kind of more in just like the realm of like garage rock and stuff, which like I kind of mentioned being a fan of that. Like I said, like stuff that's kind of punk adjacent, like has like a rougher kind of edge to it without explicitly being like abrasive. But I also do like punk, you know, like actual punk, real punk, like 80s punk, you know. I'm a fan of the Dead Kennedys and such. Ever listened to Neonde Plagon? No, I have not. I don't think I've heard of them. Falling Reverse 2? I don't think. I don't think. But no, those are both unfamiliar to me, I will say. But hey, I mean, like, that's the thing, is like, there's a lot of stuff I've been into over the years that's like really weird and niche, but like I've had like massive blind spots for stuff that's like actually pretty popular. Falling in Reverse is pretty good modern punk band. They're from, oh, okay, more in the late 2000s. All right, so they'd probably be more in line with like, I mean, I mentioned Alkaline Trio and Rise Against. That's hell, they probably toured with both of those bands. If they're like from that era. And it's funny because like I'm like I've been like very pretentious over the years about like pop punk. But like honestly, Alkaline Trio is pop punk. They're just actually good. Where like I don't really like All Time Low. Fall Out Boy, they come close. Their drummer's good. That's probably why they come close for me. But yeah. Been downgraded from Warning to Watch. That's good, Swan Brother. They're a Swedish metal band that blends punk metal and ooh, huge melodic hooks and brutal vocals. That sounds awesome. Yeah, I'm super into that. Yeah, I totally forgot like shoegaze adjacent also. Cause like I listened to like My Bloody Valentine. I was like kind of into it. But I wanted like a little more of a drive at times, you know, where really you're just kind of like vibing the whole time. Cause like I like prog, so it's like I like when you'll have kind of like those spacier, really shoegazy moments, and then it'll like pick up into something more. I also like a lot of math rock. They're more like metal punk, band Falling in Reverse. Okay, yeah, I should give them a listen because I know that name has come up before. Do I have any other fucking weapons to upgrade? Damn, okay, I can use whatever the hell I want now. Which means probably not the, I didn't even try the upgraded spider guy. Let's try upgraded Spider-Man. But yeah, there's a lot of bands that I really just like, I want to sink my teeth into that like I just hadn't from like previous eras. Cause like also, you know, I've been watching Kick Six, who, I mean, they might be streaming by now at this point. Because they also do guitar streams, and they play a lot of Smashing Pumpkins, but they also play Lullaby by The Cure a lot, and like that song is always funny to me because I'm like, oh haha, the Spider-Man. But then I'm just like, you know, I should probably actually listen to The Cure. Like, it's kind of weird that I haven't, because like I love Modest Mouse and stuff, like a lot of the indie rock I like The Cure is definitely one of those bands that like these bands from like the like mid to late 2000s, like Modest Mouse, like they would not exist like without The Cure, without the Smiths. I mean, literally fucking one of the dudes from the Smiths was on We Were Dead Before the Ship Even Sank, which is my favorite Modest Mouse album, so like, you know. But like a lot of that kind of like new wave stuff of like, I want to say late 80s, early 90s, I feel really just kind of like, anytime I heard it, I definitely enjoyed it. But because it wasn't something that like I was exposed to in its time, I just kind of never really got around to it, right? Pop styles, choruses, and a blend between pop and metalcore. I see. We'll see. I think it may live or die on the vocals for me. Because like, I guess vocals that get a little, like if they're mostly the brutal vocals, I could be into it. But like when stuff gets a little like whiny, I guess I'm kind of like, that's a lot of the pop punk where I'm just like, yeah, no thank you. When it's just like really whiny sounding vocals. I'm trying to think of like who's the most like egregious for that. I want to say like All Time Low sounds really whiny without actually whining, and I'm just like, how do you manage? How do you like do that? Like, how do you have energy and like still manage to be like off-putting to me? You know? No offense to anybody that likes All Time Low, by the way. I'm just, you know, I have my opinions. All right. Okay. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do, because I don't know how the fuck to get the platinum bolts that was in like the warehouse area that we just passed through. So what I'm gonna do, oh fucking continue point. I have to like actually wait, activate? Activate. Oh, okay. This goes back to my ship. Might get backlash for this, but you think Green Day is overrated? I think you're right. I think that is a pretty reasonable take. Like, you're not even saying like Green Day sucks. Which, like, I liked Green Day for a time. I think Dookie is still a good album. I'm sick of American Idiot, but you could probably convince me that it's a good album. But like, they've fallen off so hard over the years that, like, if you were to say like Green Day's overrated, I think you're well within your right to say so. But yeah, like, they got their classics, but the world has kind of progressed past them, right? You just think they're liked more than what they really were, in your opinion? Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a perfect use of the term overrated, right? Like, they're not bad, they're just not much. They're just kind of like, for like a punk band, they're just kind of toothless. And they didn't really set out to have teeth, right? They just kind of happened to play a kind of punky style and just wrote whatever the goddamn they wanted. Which is fine, but yeah, I don't know, they're all right. We're on to different color days now. What do you mean? Oh, we've moved past green. Yeah, what about red day? We're blue day? Come on. I guess there's blue October, but that's a whole month. I don't know if that counts. Yeah, toothless is a good way to put it. Now, propaganda, on the other hand, that is another familiar sounding one that I've definitely never listened to myself. Okay, heavy bouncer, acid mod. Yeah, because that's like a good weapon. We have 4. Okay, for the Tetra Bomb gun. And then, yeah, like, there's still, I think there's as many bolts as there are for upgrades, so there's 5 more to get. I think we're good. We got all the upgrades that, like, matter. Oh, thank you, Angel Piecer, for the follow. You are now a fresh skeleton. Welcome to the ranks. What's color day? Oh, I forgot to turn off my alarm. Get out of here. That was for my nap last night. I think I still have another one. I always set like 2 to 3 to 4 alarms. For any given time I need alarms. Upcoming alarm, dismiss, alarm. Alright. Okay. From what I've described, I will love them. Propaganda? Okay. I'm ready for it. That is not the right planet. Yeah, let's beat Ratchet and Clank, guys. How about it? Is cleaning that mic filter easy? I have one, but haven't used it yet. So what I do, I haven't done it much lately, especially because it's right under the air conditioner. I'll put like a towel or like some kind of like a lighter cloth so it's not like weighing down on it too much. Just because I just don't want any dust getting on this thing because it is a pain in the ass to clean. So that kind of like helps just prevent it from really even getting dirty in the first place. But I'm sure there's probably like, because I'm talking into it, there's probably some crud in there. But I've also, because I had a mic just like this one that like, so like my sister and their roommate both had like the same mic and they both gave me them. So like I was using the one that I got, well, it doesn't really matter which. I was using one of them until one of the cords broke, and then I just swapped it out. So I have like a backup filter basically if it gets gnarly. Stuff built up, yeah. So I haven't really had to worry about it yet, but, I don't know. I'd have to look that up. If I had to guess, probably something with a toothbrush. Like probably like some kind of light cleaner. And like without like taking it off, just kind of like brush it in and then try to like rinse it a little bit and you know, dry it and shit. I guess you'd still want to take it off the like doohickey because you don't want to be like washing it with like the mic and everything like right there, especially not like plugged in. The fuck? Oh, it's one of the Hypno dudes. Yeah, gadgets. Hypnomatic. Wow, 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 wow.
This receiver
Okay,
bot can
I have
hypnotize
cheap
any robot.
toothbrushes for cleaning. What would work? Like soap and water and dry it?
Then press circle.
Yeah, that's pretty much what my guess would be. I don't know like what exact like soap to use. Like probably dish soap. Like if you're concerned about like you know, like spit and like just like mouth grime stuff. I think probably just a small amount of dish soap and like a toothbrush. That would probably work pretty well. I'm trying to think. There's some kind of like a membrane thing like this that I did have to clean recently where that was the way. You just don't want to ruin it? Of course, yeah. I would say like a very, very small amount of soap at first. But even then, like, I feel if you had like an amount of soap, like I doubt it would really like harm it too much, because it is ultimately just like an elastic like fabric mesh, so it should take the cleaning pretty well. I would guess. And worst case scenario, like you probably can get replacement pop filters and stuff. Press the button. Press the button. Oh my god. Biggest concern would be, oh yeah, putting holes in it. I see. Yeah, so like, as long as like the toothbrush is like a softer bristle brush, then you should be fine. Because like I got some, like we just kind of like cycled out our old toothbrushes, so I want to give like our old ones a deep clean and then convert them to just strictly for cleaning. And since they are like softer bristle brushes with none of like the rubber shit or ripping it. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. So I would say just kind of like take it kind of like under your hand and just kind of like gently do like circles with the brush around it. I think that'll probably work pretty good. I hope holding the pop filter didn't like make that inaudible, but hook shot, aimbot, swing time. But yeah, so I assume then Angel Peacer that you are a bit of a streamer yourself, in which case you can feel free to like share kind of like what you do if you're also a streamer, and we could shout you out. I should, and then I would have to give you a follow and see what you're about and such. Or if you just have like a nice mic for having a nice mic's sake. Because like I know my sister did do like some streaming, but she kind of like fell off of it. It wasn't really like, I feel she mostly like streamed to her friends mostly, from what I could tell. And the other friend of mine that had one, I don't think they had any interest in streaming, but they just like wanted a good mic, so they just got a good mic. I don't really remember. Your channel is incomplete. Oh, okay, so it's something that you're like, you're kind of, okay, you used to do a couple years, haven't done so since university. All right. Well then, whenever you come by, like if you do start streaming again, we could shout you out. You have a badass rig? Nice. I have a very okay computer, like the Radiohead album. But like it gets a job done, right? I have a good graphics card in it now, but I feel like my GPU is kind of lagging behind. I have a Franken rig. Like I've just replaced shit over the years, over time. You know, and like even when I first built it, it was like, it was made out of bullshit, man. My like first iteration of this computer had like a pre-built case that I had to like tear the front off of, because the switch on the case didn't plug into a normal motherboard. So I had to get a different switch that I just taped onto the front of the computer and just like fed the wires through to plug into the motherboard. Some Slav engineering, even though I'm not like Russian or anything, or Polish for that matter. But I still feel like it's within that realm of like, hey man, it fucking works. I probably could have done less work to make it go, but hey, we did it. You spent $10,000 on the setup. Damn. Not saying that's what it would cost now. Okay, yeah, 3090 RTX, 5900 AMD processor, a lot of fucking RAM. I think I only have 32 gigs right now. 64 is a lot. AE sound module. Ooh, AE9 sound module. You can go on. So yeah, you really like all the stops. Because I think I have a 4080 Ti, which is like, it's like in that weird place, like if you compare like an earlier generation stronger card, like the earlier one is like technically more powerful. But then like the 4080 Ti is like more efficient for whatever what that means, which is mostly power efficiency, which I think that's part of why I went with the 4080 Ti over like a 4090, because I would have needed to get a new power supply if I got a 4090. And the Ti being like more efficient on the power allowed me to not have to switch things, which is nice. 3 monitors too? Yeah. Oh, you gotta go 3 monitors. I only have one good monitor, which probably like lessens how good the good monitor is, because like refresh rate bullshittery. I don't exactly know how that works. Oh man, are they all the fucking 144 hertz curve monitors? Jesus. Yeah, you're rolling the fancy shit. Let's say they are 1 ms, 1 millisecond. But this actually is. Spent 600 a piece for each monitor. God damn, dude. Excuse me. How do I door? How do I door this door? Is there like a switch somewhere? Oh, there's more dudes. Or do I just have to kill all the bad guys? That might be it. Since they give me multiple robots to just like hop into. Unless... No? Yeah, I don't know. Weird. Okay, and then they open the door. Whoa. Anything more would cost thousands, so that's why I took a break. Until break into what you're studying. Okay, yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it definitely sounds like you got a PC ready to stream. You could stream on like way less than that, you know. Because my computer right now, like I've been streaming for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years or something like that. I mean, I did have like a big long break for a year at one point, like after I started streaming because of like health issues. But I guess like you could say like I've been streaming for like somewhere around 3 years, and my computer to start like was definitely lesser, and it got upgraded over the years. And like it depends too on like what you want to stream. Like the main reason why I wanted to upgrade my computer the way I did was so I could stream Tekken, which I can kind of do on this computer. It really pushes it to the absolute limits, but that's like a pretty fucking new fighting game with like an assload of graphics in it. But you know, it is what it is. Yeah, but like, yeah, if you wanna stream like high fidelity games, I think even then your computer can definitely handle it. I killed myself again. You're facing health issues too, sinus issues. He had surgeries years ago. Yeah, the for me it was like, I guess without going into it, I was unable to sit, and that also needed surgery. So that's why I was out of the game for about a year. And even then, when like after that was all better and I came back, I still had to like, there were times where I had to do like standing streams and shit because like I needed to get back to it, but I just couldn't sit down. So, you could have gone blind. Damn. Was that like, was the surgery like related to the sinus stuff too, or like, oh, you just got a CT scan about it. Damn, dude. I hope all of that turns out all right, because at least for my health shit, like, I still got some weird GI stuff going on that I need to have looked at. But at least for like what put me out of streaming for a while, that has largely been, I guess, under control, at least. 6 years of suffering, just couldn't afford to go to a doctor. That sucks, dude. So was it just kind of like a, like more or less like a persistent, like sinus infections, like on and off? Spent thousands getting this looked at? Dude, yeah. I mean, hell, that's... I'm assuming you live in the States, right? I don't remember if you mentioned that or not, but I mean, yeah, healthcare in the US is not great. Because, I mean, all that shit is why, like, I haven't been able to, because, like, I was gonna get, like, a colonoscopy, but then I couldn't actually get the procedure because I didn't have coverage. And, like, I can't work because of my health issues, so I can't get insurance through a job. You know, it's a whole thing, right? Yeah, US, and, yeah, constant sinus infections. Yeah, that fucking sucks, dude. Because, like, I think I have, not a deviated septum, because septum's, like, down here, right? I think something up in here is kind of messed up because I need to wear, like, breathing strips to sleep, but thankfully I haven't had, like, infections as, like, a recurring thing or anything like that. That definitely sounds very rough. Die, please. Ow. But yeah, you know, everybody, we just gotta, like, watch out for each other, right? Like, it's rough out there, but we're all struggling together, right? Like, I guess that's something to remember is, and that's why, like, personally, I don't really like just avoiding the topic altogether. Because some people, like, I mean, I mentioned my stuff and that made you feel comfortable to, like, talk about your stuff too. I think that generally kind of like opening the door to those kinds of conversations makes it a lot easier to, I guess if anything, like cope with it all, right? Because like it's stressful. It's a lot, you know. All you want is for your body to function properly. Deviated septum, tube in the ears, maybe acid reflux. Who knows the causes? Yeah, I definitely had some bad acid reflux issues. But for me, like, one of the things that was also, like, a lot of, like, the digestive issues was because I did not know for, I don't know how many years it had been an issue, but I got one of them gluten intolerances. So eating a fuck ton of bread all the time was very detrimental to my health, as it turned out. It could be a dietary thing, at least for the acid reflux. It could be that you're not chewing your food enough. Like, a lot of weird shit can cause it. Just being stressed out can cause acid reflux. Like, it's messed up, man. But like, also, like, I've been around trying to figure out those issues myself, so that's kind of why I have, like, any idea of, like, where that could come from. How did I find that out? I was a lot of, like, for the gluten thing, it was primarily friends of mine that, well, yeah, that's the thing. I would talk about, like, having general issues about, like, how I would feel all the time. You know, not something I want to go in graphic detail on stream, perhaps, but, like, you know, talking about bowel movements. That definitely helped kind of, like, put things into clarity for me. It was like, oh, yeah, eating this, that, or the other thing was, like, causing this, right? It was a lot of talking to friends who were having similar issues, and then it just kind of came to be like, okay, it might be gluten. I'm gonna try to not eat gluten and see what happens. And then for, like, the first time in years, at least my bowel movements were, like, normal. So, and, like, yeah, generally I've had a lot less issues with, like, acid reflux and all that kind of stuff. Dairy is another big one. If I avoid gluten and dairy for an entire 24 hours, my stomach feels fine. But the problem is avoiding dairy. Cause it's in cheese. How am I supposed to just not ever have cheese? At least I'm like a slut for Parmesan, which is at least like a lower dairy cheese. A lot of the dry cheeses are very low dairy, so they're not as bad for you. But, like, if I want to blast some cheddar, I'm gonna, like, get annihilated. But it's definitely, it is not easy to figure out, like, a dietary restriction like that, especially if it's something that like turns up like later in life, right? Because you could go your whole life like eating something and it's fine, or it could have just been there the whole time and you just didn't know. It's crazy. Fuck. This doesn't feel like your doctor takes you seriously. Yeah, that's really rough. Like finding, like, it's one thing to, like, okay, you get a doctor, but like what about getting like a good doctor, right? Getting a good doctor is like a whole fucking different can of beans, right? I was lucky that like the what you call it, my primary doctor for a while, which like I think I can still technically see him, I just would be doing so uninsured, which, you know, that's not ideal. But I feel like they really did want to like try to figure this shit out, you know. It was kind of hard to tell, like, you know, I'm also like a bit of the autism, so like it's hard to tell like when he was giving a shit, because he was very like how do you put it, like very like mission focused, to the point where it's like, yeah, he just wants to like solve the problem, not necessarily like forgetting I'm a person, but like there'd be a little bit of what do you call it, like, you know, like just very matter of fact about like things that are wrong with me or whatever. Funny enough, you have the autism spectrum too. Yeah, I got that TISM and the ADHD in some kind of a strange concoction in my brain. Okay, so it isn't down? Okay, it sure isn't. But hey, you know, I feel a lot of people like in the streaming spaces, like even if you're a viewer or a streamer, I mean, you're talking about doing the stream stuff too, so go figure. Yeah, like ADHD and autism are like so common in this hobby, which like, yeah, it kind of makes a lot of sense that a lot of hobbies that I happen to get into have a lot of other people on the spectrum. Like I'm so into fucking Warhammer and shit, and I mean 40K is like, it's not like it's designed for autistic people, but it definitely you know, it works with the way our brains like to work. There's just so much that you can just bite into, you know. And that also kind of plays into like the ADHD as well. Just like there's just so much to just, if you want to like take some time and just like it, you know, there's so many ways to like enjoy it. You're diagnosed at 3 for Asperger's. Oh, okay. Which, you know, as we know nowadays, is just a different form of autism. I feel like if I had like actually been taken to like get diagnosed as a kid. Oh, whoa, oh no. Okay, we were stuck in the video game. That was scary. I feel like I probably also would have gotten diagnosed. I mean, I did eventually, through my own fucking funds and such, I did get myself tested like 4 years ago at this point. It was like right after the pandemic, because it was also like anxiety and stuff at work. Like I couldn't work under like, I was struggling to work with normal stress, and then the pandemic stress came into play, and I'm like, I cannot exist here anymore. So I was seeking like a lot of like mental health professionals and stuff about it. And just kind of like, I can't remember if I got therapy first and then they suggested me getting tested. What the fuck are these platforms supposed to be doing? What the hell? Weird. Dude, I just got a super jump. You're doing a lot. You were doing a lot of math too, even at age 2. Hell yeah. I feel like, yeah, like for me, it was, I've been pretty good at math. I'm bad at reading. And like, I was like I was fucking going hard on Legos and shit at like a very young age as well. A lot of growing up, I would get like teachers and stuff that would say like, "Oh, you're so creative," but I would never know like what to do with that. And a lot of that is just like my brain just being in like a different wavelength compared to like most people, or at least most common folk that I would be like associated with, you know. So yeah, it definitely like it wasn't something I really realized until like adulthood, talking to more people about it, learning more about it, all that kind of stuff. Like a lot of the shit you really like, a lot of the stuff I learned about for myself, it was from like reaching out to other people, listening to other people. I mean, there were some people even in high school that like suspected it, but I was just like, I don't know, because like the stereotypes for autism, I never really related to that, but like the actual experiences of people that were on the spectrum, they would say that to me. They would talk about how things were for them, and I'm like, oh, that sounds like something that I go through. But really just like that stereotype of like what autism looked like, you know, like whenever like people would talk about autism, like I'd see it on TV, it would always be coupled with like images of like screaming children, and it's just like, that's not really how I exist. But I mean, you know, there would be a whole thing of like, if something were planned and those plans were like suddenly drastically altered, like those were really the only times as a kid that I threw a shit fit, and boy did I. And it could be like, you know, I don't get to like hang out with my friend, or like we were gonna go to the grocery store. I didn't even like going to the grocery store, but it's like, oh, we don't have to go now. I'd be like, why? But why not? I thought we had to go, you know, and it would like fuck with me. And like that kind of thing, like that's also like a hallmark autism thing as well. You get bullied like you did in school. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, big time, huge time, extreme time. It's kind of fucked up, honestly. Like, I understand why it's the case, but it is kind of fucked up when you think about it, that like being bullied is like a symptom of like being on the spectrum, right? But it's because like you're operating on like a different kind of wavelength. You're weird, and people conditioned to accept what is like, you know, societal norms. They encounter weird and they don't know how to really feel about that, and will, you know, be mean sometimes. 6 people jump you at school bus too, just because you thought it was funny. Oh damn, you got concussions from it too? That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. The only time I got a concussion from a fight was when I wanted to fight my friend for fun. I was down for it. He was down for it. We were just kind of bare knuckle boxing in his backyard. And I took too many blows to the head, because I was just like, nah, I can take it. I'm fine. It didn't even hurt. Yeah, no, that definitely was not good. But I think, I don't even know how much yeah, the way I was bullied in school was, they were going for other weak points. I guess I could say that much. And like, I know it's like a normal thing for like, you know, I was assigned male at birth, so I had to deal with like a lot of other dudes, a lot of other young boys. And you know, it's funny to go for the weak spot. And they really liked going for that weak spot for me though. Like, yeah, like it was like a thing they would do to like a lot of people, but like for me specifically, it was always going for that region. College, it's super chill. Yeah, you know, I think because people are like adults and they realize like how shitty it is to be shitty, and people just want to fucking get through college. I think I definitely would enjoy college a lot more than I enjoyed like fucking high school, but yeah. They got caught though. They were on camera. Yeah, you know, the fucked up thing is like shit would happen to me and then like nobody would get in trouble though. That I think probably was like what messed me up the most about like dealing with that shit growing up, was just like if I tried to tell anybody, like nothing would happen to like the bullies. they would found out that I tried to tell on them and get even more pissed and like escalate things, right? They took that as like a fucking declaration of war, and they're like, yeah, we're just gonna kick your ass harder now. But you know, that was back then. But yeah, all that to say, like, yeah, autism absolutely got that. Remember, even a lot of teachers were dicks to me. Yeah.
I had some trouble with the guards.
No problem. You're just in time. Okay, let's see if this thing works.
Some teachers even played favorites in that regard. Yeah, it's fucking fucked up. Some teachers, like, were pretty nice to me, though. But some of them, like, the very status quo ones were like, you're weird.
Steve!
Oh, Steve!
Steve McCork! Indeed.
Oh, my God.
Now that I've sold my 1 millionth hygienator, I can finance the comeback of the greatest superhero who ever lived, Captain Quark!
Wow.
All I need now is a new galaxy with a new fan base, so I can rescue them from a new disaster!
Oh, my God. Captain Quark was the villain the whole time. What a dickhead.
Sir, I do not
Dude just fucking killed that robot.
Widget.
And then it was Quark the whole time? Oh, yeah, it was. Okay.
This is bad.
All right, just what the is going on?
She said bad word. She said fuck word.
Allow me to explain.
What the fuck is going on?
Save the galaxy from the protopets, and you are about to become public enemy number 1.
Oh my God.
And 2 and 3. Guards, seize them!
Had some jobs where it was no different. Just put up with it so you can move on to the next big, next best thing. Not physically hit though. Yeah, yeah. I definitely had a lot of trouble trying to like get along with people in the workplace.
To shine the flashlight of justice on your galaxy.
Wow.
Flashlight of justice?
As you know, a living menace called the Protopet has been.
You were sexually assaulted before. Wish you turned it in. Oh damn, I'm sorry to hear that, dude.
I, Captain Quark, have caught the perpetrators. Yes,
I was kind of alluding to some of that stuff in my past as well, but I also don't want to like go into it too much because it's a lot.
Super electro gadget I invented.
Yeah, he invented it. They were on camera, so you could have easily did something about it if they knew that. Oh. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like that shit will happen, and like you wanna do something about it, but like it's not that simple, right? It's hard to like come forward. Could have gotten a settlement easily. Yeah. You returned from the tornado warning. Yeah, how is the weather by where you're at, Patrick? Because Swan Brother had tornado sirens, and it started raining out here for me. But I hope you're nice and safe, Patrick. Yeah, out here in the Midwest, it's popping off outside a little bit.
Probably fix it.
Come on, Clank. Let's get it back.
Just thunderstorms? Okay. Alright, final boss. Oh, I need to fucking hookshot my reindeer here. I believe this is final. I'm pretty sure this is final boss. It's just a really big furball idiot guy. Alright. I guess the question is, how hard can we kill this boss? I think it's currently shielded. Oh, we get the Killinoids in here? Yeah? Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for New Game Plus to get the big gun. Because then we get the big bolts. How hard? Mega hard. That's something you wish you were more accessible was the law. We have rights that are being violated all the time without our knowledge. Oh my god, yeah. That's saying the very least. Like, I feel like maybe some of that stuff could be like better conveyed to people like growing up, you know, just over the years, that like how to like report these things, that you can report these things, you know, like how to like actually navigate those sorts of things when like something happens to you, right? Because like the last thing you want to feel when like any sort of like abuse comes your way, the last thing you want to feel is like helpless, right? And it's a lot, man. Let's switch our weapons to this, and ooh yeah, the plasma guy. What's it? Plasma storm. Let's blast the plasma storm. Right. I mean, we're like we're blasting them. It's not like a fucking speed run clobbering we're giving this guy, but we're blasting. It's just ball. This guy's just ball. That's it. This guy's just ball to me. Also weapon quick select. This does a lot of damage. Let's try this one. Oh, come on. Eh? Gone. Gone. Oh, I should use the bouncer. Okay. Weapons. Switch this to the bouncer. Well, it's the heavy bouncer now. Which is what they should have called the sequel to the bouncer. Oh, I didn't actually switch it. God damn it. The bouncer. Okay. Eh? Oh, there's too many creatures. The ghost of the PlayStation in my computer is having some trouble right now. I don't really care about those bullies though. They're losers now. Yeah, honestly, like I feel like that is kind of the thing that can make it kind of easy to cope in the later days, because yeah, dude, like I looked up a couple of the people that gave me a real bad time in my teen years, and they look 20 years older than I do. So, you know, I think I lucked out. I think, given everything, it could have been worse. They're from the same year as me, and they have aged like milk. But I think a lot of them developed like alcoholism and stuff, which like that's not good. But you know.
It's okay. This is the real Mr. Fizzwidget.
Oh, there's a real one?
Supply closet all this time.
Oh, okay.
Gentlemen, you have my most profound gratitude.
It was nothing, sir. I'm just sorry.
So when he was a dumbass, it was just Quark the whole time. Wow. Blech.
Right. What do you suppose is wrong with it?
Not a good thing for sure. Yeah. Drugs usually, not saying all drug use is bad. Yeah.
Oops. Imbecilic to the very last.
Oh no. Not oh no.
Down, boy.
I just have to amplify the device with Megacorp's TV transponders, and that should cure the other protopets.
Cure all the protopets with the television waves. And she got fucking capped in the head.
I promise.
I mean, yeah, like if someone's like blasting meth or some shit, like that'll probably age them pretty quickly too. Yeah, I mean, hey, not everybody. I'm out here struggling too, right? Like I'm not living the best, most extravagant life in the world, but like, you know, people are out there struggling, right? This is my first ever playthrough. Oh no, I played the fuck out of these games as a kid. But the last time I played Ratchet and Clank was, I think, like my senior year in high school. I kind of like mentioned a little bit in like a different stream. But it was like during this time when like a bunch of my friends and I like got together, like we made a Facebook group and we were trying to just beat as many games as we could in a year. And like the winner, one of the people in the group was going to make like a duct tape poster for it, because he was like a duct tape artist. He eventually made me like a TF2 like messenger bag out of duct tape. But you know, this was like 2010s. Remember duct tape art, guys? So yeah, it was like we weren't necessarily like speed running, but just trying to like play as much as we could. And because I was familiar with these games, I'm like, I just want to play Ratchet and Clank again. Think about getting into speedruns. Just hesitated because it would ruin the experience.
I heard he was working at Megacorp.
It depends on the game, and depends on your familiarity with the game, I would say.
You boys should sign up for the new Probomatic. That little baby cleans you something fierce.
Get probed, dude.
Testing the full body waxinator. I am personally sporting a smooth chassis, and there are no tags on my luggage.
Jesus.
All right then. Catch you later.
Subject 23.
You know, with the probinator and everything, I think Captain Quirk is like given a bit of bottom energy right now. You know, to each their own. I think maybe if you do the speed runs and are happy with doing it, and doing the normal playthrough, it might not ruin it. Oh yeah, totally. It's up to you. Like there is definitely people will tune in for it. Like Sylvan Hikari, I don't know if they're still in chat. Dude is doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Forgotten Memories speedruns. Like you can speedrun anything, man. I have no idea what the records are for Ratchet and Clank. Or if there's like any like particular like weird shit you can do to speedrun the game. I'd be curious to see though. But yeah, like I would say like if you have an interest in speedruns, go for it, right? New Game Plus, WR belongs to SR Fear. Oh, interesting. He streams on here for Going Commando. Oh, cool. Huh. I should look into some Ratchet and Clank speedruns to see what that looks like. Because like I've always been a very like passive observer when it comes to like speedrun type stuff. And I've never really like tried it myself because I'm just so slow at playing games. Like I could if I tried really hard, I could probably beat Dark Souls 1 under 3 hours, but like assuming I never got distracted, right? And that was always the problem. Is like I would try to play a game quickly and I will just always get distracted no matter what. Something in the game will pull my attention and I'll just start fucking around and then there goes the speed run, right? I think it's actually like 6 minutes. He basically has it perfected for New Game. What the fuck? That's fucking crazy. Yeah, I should look that up. That sounds fucking nuts. No sheep were harmed in the making of this game, for the most part. The one that was had it coming.
Nice and tight now. So you tested this, right?
Oh no.
That's why.
Dude, they're gonna grapple him. You can plan it. Oh, you can plan it skip in New Game Plus. Alright. Interesting. Huh. 6 minute speed run. Challenge mode! We'll put it in slot 4.
Welcome back to Behind the Heroes.
All right.
Tonight's heroes are the duo who recently restored peace and order
Okay.
to our galaxy.
Okay.
Ratchet
Let me
and
see.
Clank. So, gentlemen,
Some things.
tell us about your latest incredible adventures.
Well, as you can imagine, we've been pretty
Because it is
busy.
getting
After
to the
Director's
tail
Speed, there were
end
parades,
of
press conferences, fancy
stream.
press balls.
And the wiener roast at
Who
Arrow.
is streaming?
Oh, yeah,
Who
that.
is streaming? Who
And
is
then
streaming?
things started
Kick
to slow
6
down a
is
bit.
playing
After that,
the Plucky
There was
Squire.
the grand opening at Groovy Lube.
Right.
Probably
I
gonna
think that
raid
was
Kicks,
last
as is our
6
usual.
months ago.
Raiding Kicks as
Pretty
usual.
busy, but in a more
Yeah.
domestic sense.
Yesterday, I flushed out my...
Okay. Okay. This is intro cutscene again. Heading out. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for coming by, Skinarsic. Skinarkic. I forgot how to pronounce your name. Thanks for coming by, Skin. Always appreciated. But yeah. You can plant skip, but you think it was the PS3 version. Huh. Yeah, was there just an HD re-release of these games on the PS3? Or was it a different Ratchet and Clank game? But once we get back to video game and can save and all of that, I need to stop playing the game. I just want to shoot a thing and then see the bolt multiplier because I want money. Man, this intro level does not like to cooperate. They reported like shit. Oh man, that sucks. That might be why I didn't bother with them. I might have like heard about that back in the day. Yeah, we got our bolt multiplier on New Game Plus now. So like, yeah, there's like the ×3 thing under there. I think it's just like killing enemies without getting hit increases the multiplier. Yeah, killing enemies. PCSX is the play or open goal, or is that open jail? Is a good program too. Yeah, I'm using PCSX for this. The number next to your bolt counter multiplies the amount of bolts you get when you kill enemies. This multiplier increases as you kill enemies, but it will reset to 1 if you get hit. The higher the bolt multiplier, the more enemies must be killed to increase it. Did I forgot to close one of my windows? Yeah, my partner's like messaging me. I need to wrap it up. Multiplier max is 220. Open goal is sort of new for Jack and Daxter. Ah, I really should play Jack and Daxter again as well. I don't remember if I beat Jack and Daxter. I mostly played Jack 2 and 3 as a youngin'. Okay. All right. I just wanted to like have the fucking bolt multiplier thing come up. All right. All right. It's something you just learned today? Cool. A focused project for specific series of games. Ah. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. 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 That will be it for the stream. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you, Angel Piecer, for the follow, a new follower. You'll love to see it. Thank you again, Worst RNG, for the raid. Thank you, Patrick Galactic. They were my last subscriber, resubbing. Always appreciate it. We are going to raid pal of the stream, Kick 6. Thank you for the doot. And yeah, they're playing the Plucky Squire, which I don't know shit about. But Kix is cool. They're cool and chill. Let's go say hi to them. I'm gonna get some food, turn on the air conditioner, cool off. I'm getting a little sweaty. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night at least 9 p.m. I might try to start earlier tomorrow. I might do 8 p.m. Central Time. We're gonna play something. Maybe Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. Maybe Elden Ring. I don't know. Something. We're playing video games tomorrow night, so catch me doing it. Let's raid Kix. Let's start the raid. Goodbye, everybody, and thank you for watching.